Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Initiative Order, and welcome to a very special one-shot of the Gaia Complex. My name is Nate. I'm your semi-friendly internet DM, GM, AM, FM, whatever you want to call me. And tonight, I'm super excited to be your host for this evening. And as you can see, I'm joined by an absolutely spectacular cast of individuals, minus one London Carlisle. Unfortunately, he ran into some travel issues and was unable to attend tonight. So London, wherever you are, hope everything else is going smoothly for you, my friend. Safe travels to you. And in a moment, we'll go ahead and meet the rest of our players, but first, a couple quick shout outs and thank yous and announcements. First and foremost, I want to always thank the Initiative Order creative team for helping keeping this channel running with all that you do for us. So super appreciate it. And a special thank you to Logan from the Red Hair Inn, who is running tech for us this evening. Greatly appreciate you stepping in and taking care of that for us. We also have a spattering of sponsors, which if you look down towards the bottom of your screen, there's a little newsreel going by, and that has all the codes for all the fantastic different discount codes you can use to get yourself some TTRPG gear from all kinds of different websites, so check that out. But tonight I want to keep the focus on what we are doing here tonight, and that is raising funds for Planned Parenthood this evening. So there is a Tiltify link going around down in the chat below. Please donate what you can, if you can, because we here at the Initiative Order firmly believe in a person's right to choose. Obviously, as a straight white guy, I'm not the person to speak about this. So I'm going to open it up to the individuals with the uteruses here, if anything you'd like to say.
I mean, aside from being able to choose, I can't tell you how many friends of mine who have had access to cancer prevention treatment. And one of my very dear friends actually got diagnosed with breast cancer over the summer because of Planned Parenthood. And she was able to go through chemo, and now she's in remission and still fighting the good fight. But without Planned Parenthood, there's no access to potentially IUD removals, which could be potentially life-threatening if untreated. Choice, as well as just women's health care, or those with uteruses, anyone who has a uterus health care. Oh my gosh, yes, long day. Very passionate about this, a lot to say, so I'll let someone else take over if they want.
Yeah, the amount of services that they provide are immense and vitally important to women's health and those with the uteri's health. And without that resource, there are a lot of things that can go wrong, and just a lot of really negative side effects and negative situations that people can be in without having that resource, that safe resource that they can access.
Excellent. Thank you so much. So yes, the Tiltify link is going around down in the chat. Again, please donate what you can, if you can, not just today, year round, keep it going, help spread the word, help bring awareness. It's a super important cause, and every dollar, every penny counts towards helping individuals get access to the care that they need. So thank you all so much. With that, let's go ahead and meet our lovely cast for this evening. Let's go ahead and start off with Ayannah. Why don't you go ahead and kick it off for us?
I'm first. Hi, everybody. I'm Ayannah. Today I'm going to be playing Andy, or Andromeda Sky. She is the group's resident medic who's getting very tired of them getting holes in their bodies that I have to fix, and then it's just really expensive. Like, y'all, can we not get so many holes in our bodies where our fluids leak out of, please, on like a daily basis?
Excellent. And where can people find you on the socials?
Oh, yes. So on the socials, I'm primarily on Instagram as $_store_DM. There's a lot of little hyphens in there. And then I also am on Twitch, where I run a creator-based stream where I bring creators from around the world to play a one-shot of D&D and then pass on to the next group where they create all of the terrain, minis, what have you, for the next group to play with. And it's super fun, and we're going to be restarting in the end of June.
Awesome. Let's go ahead and throw it over to Lizz next.
Hello, everyone. I'm Liz. I go by Lizifer on the good old socials, but I am just an overall nerd creator. I do a lot of costume design, hence this outfit. Thank you. I like to drive myself insane with creative projects, but I'm also too a fantasy artist. I recently worked on Mirrorscape's Arcana. It is the augmented reality D&D platform that it just went through Kickstarter. So yeah, just find me mainly on Instagram, creating, making art, talking about D&D, and all the good stuff. And I will be playing Hexley, or Whisper, she goes by, on the streets. But I will be the team's data dealer. While squishy in combat, may I say, the secrets are mightier than the gun. So always keep that in mind with your data dealer, usually behind you.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Let's go and throw it over to Margret next, please.
Hey, I'm Margret Crone, and you can find me at Margret Crone in all of the places. I do a lot of things on the internet, many of it revolving around tabletop RPGs, so if that's your jam, I play a variety of them. I also make games and video games for a living. I'm currently working on a project called Ashes of Creation, and you can find it at Ashes of Creation in all of the places. And I'm also working on the second edition, which is a advanced version of Witches and Spellcraft, which you can find on DriveThruRPG as well. And today I will be playing Aylo, aka Ayannah Loneclaw, and I don't know how much we're sharing. Seems like just names so far, so, and maybe my class. I guess I'm a tech trader, but maybe more like a drug dealer.
Even better. Let's go ahead and throw it over to Danny, last but certainly not least.
Hello. Hi, I'm Danny. On social media, you can find me at Check for Traps everywhere. If you've watched anything on this channel before, you may have seen me before. I run a couple of things here. I work over here. I'm also project manager over at Modifius Entertainment, makers of amazing games. But we are playing tonight Gaia Complex, which is made by one of my fellow PMs, Chris Shepperton, with his company Hansel Publishing. I just wanted to shout Chris out because he's made a really fun, cool game that we're going to dive into tonight. But yeah, I'm playing Derek Zan. I'm a Miltech operative. I am the socially inept MacGyver of the group, shall we say.
Excellent, excellent. With that, let's go ahead and dive into the dystopian streets of New Europe. It's about 5 o'clock at night. All of you are kind of off doing your own things, whether it be chilling in your own apartment, hitting up some of the local night scenes, some of the clubs, some of the local bars, maybe a hookah bar or two, perhaps working late at the medical center. But whatever it may be, you're just kind of going about your normal lives at this time. So let's go ahead and we'll start off with Derek this time. Derek, the evening is currently yours. What is it that you would be out doing, and who is it that we see here?
So Derek is not the most sociable of characters, and he has his own kind of garage where he does a lot of his kind of robotic repairs and creating his weird little robot drone creations. So you'll mostly find Derek in his garage, tinkering away at something, probably waiting for his friend Aylo to pop over and basically tell me what I'm doing for the evening or the day, and kind of being my social side to the world, whilst my brain throws over 1,000 different kind of equations, making things. But what you see is a 6 foot tall gentleman, broad-shouldered, gruffy beard, always with kind of a twitchy eye at times. He has, like, I want to say shoulder-length brown hair, just greased back under a cap at all times. And being a Miltech, he isn't overly kind of augmented himself in his body, but every now and then you do see a flashlight pop out of his hand and maybe the odd little screwdriver here or there. out the tip of a finger, and he will, as always, be kind of tinkering away with some form of robot.
Excellent, excellent. As you're kind of sitting there tinkering away, just kind of enjoying your night, going about working on your robotics, you hear the sound of a vibration going off as you kind of look over and you see that your phone is currently lighting up over on your workbench.
I'll look at it.
All right.
Is it still going off?
It is not going off. It would appear that you've just received a text message.
Okay. I'll look at it. I'm like,
Okay.
Look at my robot. I'm like, and I'll pick it up and have a look eventually.
All right. Excellent, excellent. So as you kind of open up the text message and take a peek at it, it is from a random number that you don't have saved in your phone. But it says, I'm looking for a group to help me with an assignment. Fucking police won't do shit about this one, so I'm looking to keep this one a bit more on the streets. Meet me at Misfit Loves, 7 p.m. And it's signed with an initial ES at the bottom.
Can I reply, new phone, who dis?
You certainly may. So you take your time, replying, new phone, who dis? And you get another response back that says, if you like money, show up.
Okay, I'll wait for Aylo to hopefully pop over, and I'll let them know.
All right, excellent. So you kind of peeking over the phone, putting that back, going back to what you're doing. We'll go ahead and jump over to Aylo next. Aylo, evening is yours. What is it that you would be doing in your free time, and would you please describe who it is that we see?
Before I arrive, or as I'm like arriving to the garage? Is this
Entirely up to you. You can be doing something beforehand, or if you want to be starting off at Derek's garage, that is up to you.
We've already set the scene that I'm not there, so I am. What you see is kind of like a dark club that has like loud music playing. It's kind of almost technical sounding, like technological sounding. And there's just people dancing, maybe not wearing much clothes. It's fine. And she's just kind of, they're like chilling, sitting on this couch, kind of watching these people dancing. And she has like this like long, what looks like a tube, and she's smoking out of it, and puff of air comes out. And then as the air kind of like dissipates, you see her face. One of her eyes is almost like a cat's eye, and the other side of her face is just fully what looks like cybernetic. Her eye kind of like twitches and looks around a lot, separately from her normal eye. She is very slender and thin and almost androgynous. When you look at them, you might not like tell what's going on there. There's some animalistic element to like the way that her teeth look and the way that her hair looks. It's not very well kept. It's this giant fro on top of her head. She wears really skin-tight clothes that just accentuate like even more how really thin and tall she is.
Excellent, excellent. As you're kind of sitting back, kind of just enjoying your whatever it is that you're smoking on, the people dancing their way around you, just the loud beat of the music echoing through your head. As you're kind of closing your eyes and enjoying yourself for a moment, you feel a buzz as well, as it feels like your phone is also going off at this point.
I actually have a communicator, if that would make more sense.
Sure, absolutely.
It's part of like my weird cybernetic thing. Yeah, she kind of gets like a little display notification, and her right eye like twitches a little. She kind of motions it to open up the message.
All right, you kind of twitch, and this kind of floating screen appears right in front of you, and it is the same exact message that Derek had received. Your request to meet at Misfit Loves at 7 p.m. signed ES.
Does she know who that is?
give me a streetwise check if you have it.
I do believe I have Streetwise. And
Perfect.
that
So
would
go ahead
be
and
under Guts, right?
correct.
So
You'll roll me 2d12.
I also have Street King, which because I'm a tech trader, I'm a lord of black markets and have better connections. So I apply a -1 modifier to all Streetwise and barter skill tests in relation to locating items, buyers. Oh well, this is not bad, so I guess it wouldn't apply, right?
No worries. We'll still. I like that. It still strengthens your connection. So we'll go ahead and still give you the -1 to this. So go ahead and roll me
what
2d12 here.
2d12. Okay, roll
Yep, and let me know what
2d12.
numbers you get.
10, a 5, and a 5.
5 and a 5. Excellent.
My
So
Guts
those are
is an 8.
no worries. So with the 5 -1, you get a 4, and that is a success because in this game, low rolls are better. So you recognize the initials ES as an individual who has worked for the company that kind of creates the synthetic blood to help quell the thirst of the vampires in this world. They came to an agreement where they started synthesizing human blood to stop the feedings and the killings. You recognize these initials as an individual named Ember Scorch, who is one of the lead synthesizers at that facility.
I think that she kind of stands up, puts her hand on the table, looks at these ladies who are dancing, kind of throws a little pouch across the table, like tosses it across the table towards them and says, bloody hell, looks like we have another one. I'll see you later. And she kind of walks out of the room.
All right,
Slowly.
exiting that. All right, meandering your way out of the room. Now, would you be heading straight to Misfit Loves, or would you be swinging by Derek's place first as just kind of an acquaintance of yours?
Probably gonna get Derek. I usually bring him with me everywhere because, well, he's scary to people sometimes. And, you know, I'm a smooth talker, but sometimes smooth talking doesn't always get me somewhere. I need a little intimidation and muscle on my side.
Excellent, fair enough. So you exit out of the club into the busy streets of New Europe, and you currently find yourself down in the Old Berlin district, which is kind of the more lively area. You step out into the night streets, and everything is just illuminated with these bright purple and blue lights as you're kind of walking through. You see this giant television screen sitting on top of the highest building that's just flashing various news stories. One's flashing of a break-in that happened over in the Paris zone, another one of mentioning of sightings of the Vril clan, which is the vampire of the area, kind of on the outskirts of town, which isn't completely abnormal. And as you're kind of walking through, the streets are beginning to kind of crowd up as the night goes on. But you make your way to the sidewalk and begin heading towards Derek's home. And as you're walking that way, let's go ahead and jump over to Hexley next. Hexley, the evening is yours. What is it that you would be doing, and who is it that we see?
Well, do you see anyone, actually? Hexley is in the shadows, speaking to some business associates, as we call them. In the shadows, you can hear me just kind of haggling, being like, you know what, Corpo? You want dirt on your competition? You're going to have to pay top tier. Sorry, those are the rules. While I'm doing business, my antennas are constantly scanning the area to receive secrets, data, information that could be valuable, because like, we all know those corpos love a good secret. And after finishing my business dealings, quite happy, as I walk away, you see just kind of what steps out of the shadows is kind of just a general, your general, I guess, club and youth, as we'd say, someone that belongs in the night. But while most data dealers like to stay in the darkness, I like to blend in with the crowds. Basically looking like this. As I'm just walking down the street, I'm kind of just looking to see if there's anyone else who looks a little bit stressed out, maybe lost, maybe could use a good secret, because the night is young. I got money to make.
Perfect. Excellent. So as you're kind of stepping out of the alleyway, splitting ways with the suit that you were just talking to, go ahead and give me an awareness check as you're looking around here.
I will. And is it straight roll or is it modified?
This one's just going to be a straight roll for you. So roll me 2d12 and let me know what the numbers are.
Right. 17. 10
Just
and
the individual
7.
numbers.
Oh, 10 and 7.
Okay, no worries. As you're kind of stepping out of this alleyway, kind of looking through and peeking through the crowds, from where you're currently at, it's difficult to kind of get an angle on anybody who looks particularly stressed out. You kind of look across the way and you can see a couple of vagrants as they kind of appear to be doing some kind of deal across the street. One of them kind of pulls out a little baggie out of his vest and, one passes over just a few bucks, it looks like, and they kind of begin splitting their ways. Aside from that, you're just seeing the regular crowd as they're all kind of coming out. You see some of the suits kind of taking off their jackets and undoing their ties as they begin heading towards. A couple of them look to be heading towards like a dance club. The others appear to be heading towards like more of an adult entertainment type building. And as you're kind of staying out here, just kind of observing everybody, you feel your phone go off in your pocket as well.
What's this? Everyone knows I'm working. What am I talking about? Nobody knows that I'm working. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. What's
Popping it open, you receive that same exact message that Derek and Aylo had received. You would immediately recognize the initials for Ember Scorch as well, as she's somebody you've done business with in the past.
frequent customer. See, she's looking for more data to deal. I guess we got our money pit tonight.
All right. Anything you'd like to do before heading towards the meet spot?
I'm just gonna drop a couple identification chips in case somebody happens to scan them and needs somebody in the industry for some assistance. But other than that, I think I'm gonna make my way over, just like I'm part of the crowd, as they say.
All right. You kind of find a group of passerbys dropping a couple chips down on the sidewalk and just easily, like in Assassin's Creed, kind of just blending right into the crowds and continuing walking down the street towards Misfit Loves. All right, let's go ahead and jump over to Andromeda. Andy, same thing, 5 p.m. What is it you're currently doing and who is it that we see?
So Andy is in a rather seedy part of town, but at a like ramshackle medical clinic that she helps kind of support every so often when she's not off trying to keep her friends alive. And just like has pulled up the gloves. She is wearing all black because black is the easiest thing to get those damn bloodstains out of. She's got her hair cut very short on the sides and then just like a little bit of a tuft on top because again, blood is a pain. So we're trying to minimize that contact. As she's like definitely got somebody's blood is on her hands, if not multiple people. Kind of like adjusting her glasses with her wrist as she then moves into the next station, just kind of looking over whatever wounds are there, in her mind, kind of assessing what's happening. And then she kind of, again, with her wrist, because, sanitary reasons, kind of taps at her forehead and her cybernetic eye activates, and she scans each individual looking for signs of bleeding and trauma.
Excellent. So as you're kind of standing there scanning these individuals, you hear a voice just kind of shout, "Oh, move, make room." And you see a couple of vagrants kind of come stumbling and shoving past everybody. And one of them is currently helping support another individual who looks like he's got this massive stab wound right up into his rib cage. He's just kind of standing there, ripping it, just quickly bleeding out, and just think you could patch this up.
And what did we do? What have we done now?
Just a small scuffle. Nothing important.
Yeah. Fabio, you've told me that before.
Look, I almost won this time, all right?
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, it's only like a little bit shallower than last time.
Can you stitch me up or what? Come on.
Yeah, I can stitch you up.
All right.
You think I'm an amateur? Get over there.
Excellent. Give me a medical check here. And this is going to, I'll give you a -2 to this since you're in your own clinic. You've got your tools available to you.
That is good because one of those is 8 and the other one was a 7.
All right, no worries. We'll call that 5 a success. So you go over and very meticulously begin stitching up Fabio as he's just kind of wincing in pain with every pass of your needle and thread, kind of slowly closing up this wound.
Yeah, if you don't move, it's easier.
Well, if you could just learn to be a bit more gentle.
Oh, are we a big baby now?
I'm not a baby. I just.
Oh, then stop picking fights, you baby. What did we talk about? Emotional maturity, walking away.
Looking forward to walking away from here. Just hurry up, Doc, would you?
Respect.
Yeah,
Show some damn respect. I've got a needle in your stomach. Show some damn respect.
Thank
There we
you
go.
so much,
Oh, was
Dr.
that
Sky.
was that so hard?
Honestly, yeah, it was a little painful.
Oh, poor baby. Stab.
And as you're kind of stitching away into this individual, you hear the same familiar buzz of your phone going off.
Just got blood on hand. I'm gonna quickly finish stitching him up because bleeding comes. Yeah, that might be important. Not saying you're not important. I'm fixing you first. Keep that in mind.
Quickly finishing up, making it, it's not the cleanest stitch job, but it'll do. His flesh is fairly cinched together and the bleeding's not as bad at this point. But your
At the
phone's
8th
currently,
time, it's just
yeah.
on my damn
Totally
clinic.
Your phone's currently buzzing over on the table. You're currently covered in a bit of blood. What would you like to do?
Just like the full doctor go up from the wrists in both, put the gloves within each other, biohazard bin, and then I'm gonna check my phone.
All right, go over to your phone and same exact text message that the others have received.
Interesting. I don't know what this means, but someone will. I'm sure Hexley will know. Seems like her sort of thing. Maybe Aylo. Derek's not gonna know.
All right. Would you like to head off to the club or are you going to continue working here?
I'm going to finish any patients that are dying, and then I'm not going to leave anybody to their death for money yet.
All right, easy enough. Finishing off the last patients, handing out a couple bottles of aspirin and calling it a night. And you begin making your way into the busy streets, heading towards Misfit Loves. And at this point, I will say, Aylo, you have made your way over to Derek's garage. Derek, you're kind of working away, tinkering on your bots, and you look up and you see the familiar face of Aylo approaching.
I also live here too, so Aylo kind of
Roomies.
yeah, when she opens the garage door, she's like, "Darling, I'm home."
Aylo.
Put on your best clothes. We're going out.
What? I just need to finish.
You can finish that later.
Oh.
Where's Hoover? Hoover, get over here. Come on. And you just see this, you hear the sound of a squeaking rat kind of run over. She takes something out of her jacket pocket and tosses it on the ground, and the rat just kind of runs over and snags it. It's this little scraggly black rat with part of its tail missing and patches burnt off of its skin.
Poor little bastard, little Hoover comes scuttling over, crawling up onto your shoulder and just kind of squeaking right in your ear and kind of looking around.
Go get the food. Go.
Kind of squeaks and just runs down your arm and goes and very happily, little fat rat just starts chomping away at whatever it is you threw on the ground for him.
Come on, Derek.
Fine. I'm not getting changed though. I don't have to, do I? It's clean. Ish.
Oh, whatever. As long as you just hurry up.
I'll put what I'm tinkering with to one side. I'll take my hat off, a hand covered in like motor grease, and I'll just kind of slick my hair back with it. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm ready.
You're ready. That's all you
Yeah.
need to do.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. She kind of like goes back into a back room, kind of going through this maze of what looks like just random junk everywhere. And she opens up this, or she goes to this door where she like puts in a keypad, and the door opens up, and you kind of see a different area that's a little bit more clean cut in the room. And she kind of touches a part of her forearm, and a portion of it opens up, and she shoves some packets of something in there and then closes it up and comes back out.
Excellent,
I guess
excellent.
we're heading to, what is this place called?
Misfit Loves.
Misfit Loves.
All right, packets are in your now concealed within your forearm. Derek, hat off, hair slicked back. Anything else you'd like to grab or make sure you have on you, or you just ready to roll?
I mean, I'll turn to Ayla. I was like, do I need to bring?
Keys again?
No, they're somewhere. They're fine.
Hoover, find the keys. And then the rat just goes and finds the keys that are probably like underneath a bunch of junk that Derek's
more than likely
been working on.
But
it's basically like our homing beacon for our keys, you know, instead of like a paper.
He's an air tag.
It's our air tag. It's the rat.
But I'll turn to Ayla and be like, do I need to bring like things?
So
insinuating like big.
Would I think that Ember Scorch would be like packing? Do I feel like we would be threatened at the Misfit Loves? Like, what's the
Ember is somebody that you would trust that they would not attack you specifically. However, from the tone of the text message saying they don't want to get law enforcement involved in this, you imagine that she's probably sending it off to somewhere where you might need to bring a little extra firepower.
All right. Bring whatever you want.
Okay, give me like 2 minutes. I'll pack a bag, and I'll like
starts
turn
a timer.
And scurry off.
She starts a timer.
Cool, it's fine. I'll be like, and then I'll scurry off to like my workbench and just start throwing things into a bag and picking like things up off the wall, and then I'll after like a minute and 58 seconds, I'll turn around with it strapped to my back. I'm like, I'm ready.
I feel like we've done this before, and she's just like, almost got it done before in time. I mean, 2 minutes to spare. I'll give you that.
Good. I'm ready.
Hoover was betting that you'd be 201.
Does Hoover have to stay here?
Hoover, you have to stay here. He's a rat, Derek. He's a rat.
Yeah, but I have allergies. You know this.
I
and
don't.
Yet you still bring him in.
Why don't you take the pills I gave you?
Because last time
right
they were the wrong ones.
In the bathroom, by the mirror. I know you take a shit in there every morning. I can smell it. Okay.
Fine.
You can even do it while you're shitting. Just put it in your mouth. Take a gargle of water.
What?
I don't know.
The pills?
Yes, the pills. What do you think I was talking about?
Are we going? Are we ready? I'm ready.
She just follows him.
All right, the two of you heading out into the busy streets of Old Berlin here, making your way down towards Misfit Loves. Luckily for the two of you, it's just you live within probably about 6 or so blocks of it. You just kind of begin heading in that direction. Andy, as you kind of begin to make your way over there. You're probably one of the first people to approach as you're kind of getting following the sidewalk. You look up and you see the familiar face of Hexley kind of approaching from the opposite side towards you.
Hey, Hexley.
Whoa, who's asking? Oh, hi. How are you? Sorry, I thought you were someone else.
I'm not even gonna ask.
I wouldn't answer. So you
Hence,
saved
I'm not
us
gonna
both-
even ask.
Okay, great. It saved us some time, but we're talking about it a lot more than we probably would have.
That's fair. That's fair. So I assume you got the text too?
What are you doing in my business?
I'm assuming the business is the same business.
Okay, well, that's a lot of assuming. You know what they say
And just
about
holding out
assume?
the phone.
Oh, you're right. Okay, yeah, okay. Yes, same thing. Samesies, not different.
One day you're gonna believe me.
I don't believe anyone until I find it out for myself. So I think it's in a pretty good motto up until this point. So you data dealing now? You on the good stuff?
Yeah, no, you know I'm not a data dealer.
Well, I don't know. I was hoping you
You're
were.
the one with all the secrets. Wouldn't you be the first to know if there was a new data dealer in your turf?
I don't know. I'm just asking. I like to
Flipping a
get things the
little.
easy way sometimes too.
That's fair. That's fair.
Well, I
I
was
appreciate
also-
you trying.
I was hoping because then this would mean that this is a data dealing job, and now I don't know what I'm in for because my assumptions are probably wrong.
Yeah, my assumption is I'm just usually here to keep people from, bleeding out on the ground. So my assumptions haven't been proven wrong yet. I would
No.
be very grateful if they did.
Speaking of which, after this, whatever this is all done, we should open up a business. You patching them up under so much distress, maybe drugs, and then I'll ask them questions about things they would never tell anyone under a calm state of mind. How does that sound?
I'm pretty sure that violates the Hippocratic Oath.
I'm pretty sure you already do on a daily basis, but who's checking?
Yes, but I'm not making a business of it. Well, I am, but it's my business.
It would be your business too, but I guess we'll figure out what this is. Maybe I'll find another doctor
Yeah, good luck.
or hack job.
Maybe, but you're not going to get good info out of a hack job. We both know that.
Just don't leave your comm system open again.
I've learned. You taught me well. Experience is the best teacher.
What do I have to do to get a free drink in this place?
I mean, there's the usual ways.
This is true. None of those ways has changed since I've changed establishments, so I guess here we go.
People are people. People are easy.
People are sometimes machines too, and hackable.
This is also true. Maybe people
Very
are easier now.
Take it easier every day.
And we'll head in.
All right. Two of you kind of making your way down this little short set of concrete steps, walking your way over towards this large building where all the glass is currently kind of blacked out. But as you approach, you can just hear the loud bass just thudding rhythmically, almost rattling the building as it's kind of sitting there. The double doors kind of slide open, and you are immediately hit with the stench of alcohol and like strawberry vape as you kind of enter in. And this place is kind of filled with just these little puffs of vape smoke, and you kind of push your way past a couple individuals entering in. And this main area, you see this large metal bar that just loops all the way around like a giant circle, with a woman standing back behind it. She's got kind of a shaved pixie cut hair, wearing just a tank top, some pleather pants, and she's kind of back behind the bar, just pouring alcohol and sliding it all up and down. You look around and you see a few like stand-up tables that are currently occupied by a few different human individuals. But what you do notice is situated off back in the right-hand corner at one of the larger booths is a familiar individual sitting there in this bright orange jumpsuit with the, you spot her familiar fiery red hairs kind of pulled back into a tight ponytail. She's got like these cybernetic goggles sitting over her eyes, and she's just kind of sitting there It looks like she's filling with a cup of some kind of drink, and she's just kind of looking around. Actions are yours.
I'm gonna walk up and be like, "Hey, yes, how you doing?" I grab the drink because it's free and it's mine now, and I'm just like, "How you doing? It's been so long. What has it been? 2 days since I saw you last, and you're already calling me back here. I had my friend here. What do you? Is this like a split gig? Is it like I have to share the money with someone else? Is that what's happening?" And I'm just sipping that drink as quickly as possible because I know she's gonna try to take it back.
While she's doing this, I'm activated my cybernetic eye and I'm scanning her for any implants, cybernetics, any wounds that she has. Literally everything.
Gotcha. Okay, give me an awareness check if you would.
That was so good.
2 and a 4.
2 and a 4, excellent. As your cyber eye kind of kicks on, you begin scanning this individual up and down. You don't see any fresh wounds on her anywhere, but what you can see is as you're kind of looking at her legs, in her right thigh, it almost looks like there's a gun hidden within the leg itself. Almost like she's got like this pistol kind of concealed away in her upper right thigh. And she's just kind of sitting there, and Hexley, it's always such a pleasure to see you.
I know.
I have my drink back. I'll buy you your own if you want.
You mean this empty glass?
Oh,
You gotta be
fuck you,
quicker than
Hexley.
that.
She can
But
put him back.
Can you get me another? Can you get me another one too? That would be really kind. And
And she kind of snaps her fingers, and you see kind of this cybernetic. It looks human, but human in form, but it's entirely robotic. It's just got this smooth face with kind of these 2 little light up white eyes. It's kind of got this apron tied around its waist, and carrying a little tray. It kind of walks over, and just kind of looks over towards Ember, and Ember just goes, two of these, please. Miss Sky, would you like anything?
Oh, the same. I can hold mine. But while
Make it
she's, as soon as her eyes are towards the robot, I'm just leaning over to Hexley and I'm like, "There's a gun in her leg."
okay, but I'm like way more freaked out about the robot because ever since I stopped being feral, there's some things that are just like still freaky, but yeah, oh my gosh, you're right. There is definitely a gun in that leg.
So yes, a drink. That'd be lovely. Thank you.
All right, you see the robot just kind of quickly turn and begin walking over towards the bar itself. And Ember just kind of looks at the 2 of you. Well, once everybody else arrives, I'll give you the details. But I do appreciate.
Looks like you got
the
a
2 of
bigger
you.
split.
Everyone else, what is happening here?
Everyone will be paid equally. And could you please keep your voice down, Hexley? For somebody who calls herself a whisperer, you're quite fucking loud. You know that?
Well, you know what? The bass music isn't a whisper either.
And I'll say it's at this point, Derek and Ayannah, the 2 of you, have at this point arrived at Misfit Love. Same thing. You see the double door kind of slide open, hit with the waft of the same thing of alcohol and
As soon as we
strawberry
walk
vape.
in, Aylo's like, "Now this is the place that I want to be in, right, Derek?" And she like smacks him on the shoulder.
Like, I want to go home.
Oh, don't be such a party pooper. Come on, get a drink.
Yeah. I
think
kind
we
of
get a
adjust
drink.
myself.
Like as soon as the first person I see, I'm just like already getting a drink and looking around to see where ES is.
Okay, for sure. You walk in and you kind of grab the first kind of cybernetic waiter that you see. And he just kind of nods towards you and heads off to the bar to begin prepping out your drink.
Yeah, she's
and
just
easy
like,
enough.
she doesn't even order a thing. She just like, 2 of whatever the strongest thing you got is. That's what we want. No, make that 3 of them. 2 for me, 1 for him.
That tracks.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. All right. And as you're kind of standing there waiting for your drink, you can very much hear the sound of a whisper kind of talking over the base, and you kind of look over in the corner, and you
Oh,
see
it appears we're not
the
alone
familiar
this
faces.
time, Derek. Got some friends.
It appears so.
I know
Are
it's
we-
your favorite. Group
yeah.
projects.
Can I wait here?
No, you can't.
Okay.
Can't wait
Okay.
here. What would you do here?
I
Stand
just-
by yourself?
I mean, well, that weight is his arm needs fixing. I could do
The
that.
waiter's arm needs fixing.
Yeah, it's. I can see from here that it's. I mean, if I
Alright,
did a
come
couple
on.
things, I mean,
She'll go over to the waiter whose arm needs fixing with him and says, "You, if we fix your arm, can we have drinks for free?"
There's nothing wrong with my arm.
I'll step
He
forward.
says there's nothing wrong with it.
Look,
Derek,
I'll show you. Watch, and I'll like just gently like grab under his elbow and his forearm and kind of pull his arm forward. Look, I'll show you. Like just put your arm here. But because I have a toolkit embedded in my hand and screwdrivers, as I hold his arm, I start undoing bits of cybernetics on the underside of his forearm. I'm like, look, see, it comes off.
Give me a give me either a mechanical or an electronics check here if you
Dude,
have those under your
Derek
belt.
getting us free
I
drinks.
have
I'm
both
into
of
this.
those.
Okay.
I got a 7 and an 11, and
No,
my target
Derek
is a
not getting us
9.
free drinks.
My target is a 9. And I got
Oh.
under it. I got 1 success.
One success. All right, excellent. So yeah, you begin kind of just very quickly and stealthily removing parts out of this individual's forearm. You just pull out quite a few screws and just kind of hold them there in your hand. And his arm just kind of goes limp and just falls and dangles there, and he just kind of looks at it, and his little white eyes begin to light up ever so just slightly more and more bright. He's just like trying to move it and freaking out standing there.
It's a good job we're
Calm
here.
down. So,
But
it's a deal.
it was fine.
It
It
wasn't.
was fine 2 minutes ago.
I promise it wasn't.
Are you certified to fix?
Look at his arm. It's made out of whatever those gadgets are. Yes, he's certified.
Give me
I can
a
have it repaired in 2 minutes.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Okay. I have a lot of bonuses. Like, so I also get a -1 modifier to persuasion.
Nice.
Skill tests, providing I can have eye-to-eye contact with them.
Yeah, if you want to stare into his weird
And my
little
allure is
circular
9.
white eyes.
So I need to get a 9. So that is 2d12 that I'm rolling.
2d12. Yep.
A 5 and a 5.
Excellent. Excellent.
That's
Easy.
my,
Both
5
successes.
is my number today.
All right, and it's just kind of like standing there. Its eyes are just all kind of white and bright glow, and just okay. Yeah, I'm sure I can work out something to where some alcohol just happens to go missing tonight. I haven't seen anything.
Solid. Yes.
Please just make this
Right,
work
well,
again.
Our table's over there. All of those drinks should be free.
Understood.
Right. Oh wait, you can fix this, Derek. Whenever you're done, I expect you
yeah,
to
I
be
think
over
so.
at the table. Do not dilly-dally.
Yeah. I'll not be long. I might even give him an upgrade.
I'll come back and get you.
Okay.
She knows that Derek's gonna find another excuse to not come to the table, so she's gonna meet up with everyone else.
All right, excellent. Easy enough making your way over. And you sit down in the large curved booth.
Well, the
joining
party
over
has arrived, and I would like you all to know our table is free. Drink up. And she just kind of like spreads her legs and sits in the table and like takes up a lot of space for a very lanky person.
Oh, hi, Aylo. Is where's oh, nope, there's Derek.
He's fixing.
Was it broken before, or did that just... Did
I'm
it
gonna assume it
magically
was
unfix
broken.
itself again?
I trust that angel face. Look at Derek. He wouldn't lie.
You might be a bit gullible. Or blinded.
He looks at you like, I know what he did.
Yeah. I'm not going to complain about free drinks.
I'm not either, but like, am I in the wrong industry here? Like, I haven't gotten free drinks. Well, I guess I could blackmail people, but that's very well done. Thank you so much.
She just nods and smiles at her, gives her a little wink.
Hexley winks back.
It was a good try. We'll work on it.
What are you talking about? That was like top tier winking. Like, people will talk about that wink for centuries. Come on. It's golden
I'm
standard.
gonna get a video of you winking one of these days.
Get out of here with that
Already have it.
nonsense.
I send you back an image of her winking, like a little gif.
It just goes on loop.
Yeah.
We're gonna
And,
blast that all over. You're gonna pick it up on your antenna all day.
But why would I be upset about witnessing the most amazing wink known to mankind? You're just saving me some distribution.
Right. Well, thank you for joining us. Aylo, is he going to be joining us anytime soon, or is he?
Whenever he's done, well, we'll go grab him whenever he's done doing whatever he's doing with that robot's arm. I don't want to know.
I mean, well,
I've walked
let's
in
be
on some
honest.
things I don't think you want to know either.
I lean forward.
It's definitely an abode that is a knock first, wait 30 seconds, and then enter.
I just walk in. I don't know. But I live there, so.
Right. Well, I'm sure you can fill him in anyway. After all, you seem to be the more focused one, should I say.
So, what is it that we have 4 people needed for? Is there others that we're waiting on?
No. Just you four.
Just. I don't think you use the word just when you're asking 4 people to join you for something.
Well, what word would you rather I use?
The words that tell me what you have us all coming here together for. Those words. There's probably many of them.
There's
They
a few.
formulate sentences.
Indeed, they do. It's my brother. He fucking wandered off again.
You just need to put a tracker on him.
I mean, I track his phone from time to time, and normally he comes back within, a few hours, but, well, last night he went off exploring one of the hospitals, one of the old abandoned ones near the outer fringe, and, he hasn't come back. And with me working where I work, I can't go after myself because Gaia's got its fucking eyes on me 24/7 at that damn facility. And you know that, well, the fucking police drones, you can't rely on them for shit nowadays. So, that's why I'm looking for a bit of outside help. Just want you to go
Alright.
locate him. Simple as that.
Just get his location. We don't need to bring him back.
I mean, just make sure he's not dead. Tell him to shoot me a text or something so I know he's alive, and we'll call it good.
Alright. So, where was he going? Who was he going to meet? Any information that you have?
He wasn't going to meet anybody. He just likes to go and explore the old buildings that still stand. Some of the ones that haven't been torn down yet and rebuilt. Like I said, he headed north towards the outer fringe to check out one of the hospitals out there.
Those are not the most structurally sound places to be wandering and full of a lot of sharp objects and questionable materials. So,
Yeah, very
great
true.
location choice.
I mean, he's a bit like Derek, not the brightest when it comes to making sound decisions.
I would
That's
say
fair.
staying in your garage is a pretty sound decision.
I think.
Not
Well, I
very
mean,
likely to get hurt. Whereas your brother is what What do you define as exploring exactly?
I mean, he just goes in and takes a look around, and takes his well, he's got a built-in camera into his eyes, and he just likes to record the things that he sees out there.
And for what purpose?
Curiosity.
She just like looks around at everybody else is like, your brother.
Excuse me, there's the entertainment here is great, but the table dancing is out of control. I'll tell you that much. Ma'am, I'm not here for that. Okay, listen. I think we all know what happens when you go to shady places with any sort of recording device and you maybe see something you weren't supposed to. Maybe some data dealing, So what's he really doing?
Give me a persuasion roll, if you would, Whisper.
Exactly what I was thinking.
He's
I'm like, he's not.
An 11 and then a 3.
All right, the 3 will work. Perfect. She just kind of takes a long sip off of her drink. All right. Look. I sent him out to scavenge the old hospitals to find some of the old tech back there. It's worth quite a bit of money on the black market. Now, synthesizing blood, it pays decent enough, but when you get some of those old school syringes with some of the less, not as many safety features on them, get those in the right hands, buyers are willing to pay quite a bit.
See, now we get to the meat of the story. You're gonna send us in there without all the information.
And all the payment, I assume?
You'll get paid. You know I'm good for a Whisper. Come on.
Normally it's just for let's get some embarrassing pictures of this corpo, or hey, email list for this I don't know, council member should be fine, but this is a little more physical than I'm used to, so I'm probably gonna have to charge you a little bit of a surplus there, a little processing fee.
While she's going on, I'm just spamming Derek with messages to come to the table.
I'm literally stood with this waiter, and I've repaired the damage I've done, but I've added some small hydraulic actuators in his arm. I'm like, your 4-hour speed is going to be amazing now with that. Trust me. Well, because your forearm bends that way. So, it's like, honestly.
I think that's what's made that motioning that you're doing over there is what catches Aylo's eyes.
Oh,
that's
I didn't realize.
Spamming you.
I realize I might have an opportunity for some data to collect and potentially resell down the line.
I get all the messages from Aylo, and I'm like, enjoy. And I turn, pick my bag up, and I begrudgingly walk over to the group of people clearly seeing me, performing my craft.
Walking over and joining your area, you kind of take a peek up too, just kind of watching the waiter as it goes back behind the bar. You see him just in the blink of an eye pick up a bottle and just pour out 3 glasses of just double shots of tequila. He just kind of scoops it up and very quickly wanders over to your table and just dealing them out like cards, just slides them 1 in front of you, Derek, and 2 in front of you, Aylo.
Aylo immediately just takes it.
Sipping your shot, all right. Take a long, just deep breath in, shooting it down. It's got a very, very faint hint of vanilla to it. It goes down very, very smoothly, though, and as you kind of breathe it out, you feel that familiar burn, but not to the point where it's feeling like it's going to come up at any point. Very, very smooth.
And she motions for them to bring another round.
And same thing, he just freaking flash, just booking it back behind the bar once again, pouring out more shots, bringing them back over and just dealing them out in front of all of you once again.
I definitely put mine in my flask and claim I never got it. I didn't get one. What are you talking about? It's empty here. There's nothing at all. And the glass is now shoved very far into the seat cushions, as somebody hiding their shame would.
Give me a stealth check here, if you would, Whisper.
Oh, golly. Oh, dear, that's not. Okay, I got a 5 and a 9.
All right, no worries. You very kind of quickly just kind of shove the glass down between the cushions. And as you're kind of pushing it down, you hear it kind of begin to crack beneath the pressure of the cushions kind of squeezing up on it. But luckily, it doesn't shatter from the pressure. And the waiter just kind of looks, oh, terribly sorry. I'm not programmed to count. Be right back. You kind of quickly flips it back over, pouring out another
Right,
shot.
not program in a robot that is serving people.
That seems like an important part of programming.
That makes me very uncomfortable as a reformed feral. I don't like that. Do I want the drink now, or is it going to be tainted with unprogrammed robot?
I don't even know what that means, but if
It
you're not
means
gonna
a
drink
lot.
it, I will.
No, I'm going to drink it. I'm definitely going to still have it.
I mean, you already stashed one.
We don't talk about things that are supposed to be secretive.
No, you stashed it in your
First
stomach,
rule.
remember? You
Yeah.
took down that whole no, the drink you stole from our friend here.
I borrowed it from a friend.
Permanently, but yes.
There's a lot of technicalities here.
I mean, unless she wants it back. I mean, we can. I have some drugs for that.
Same.
Right,
I will
anyway.
take the drink.
You were going to tell us our payment.
Starting to really rethink my decision here on calling on you for. But,
No, you're not. We're the best. You know that.
I mean...
that.
mm,
If you back
Yes.
out now, I'm just gonna hack you and you find something uncomfortable and extort you
oh,
in a friendly manner. Friendly.
Right.
Aylo looks questioningly into the air.
I guess since you're here now, you're all that I've got. All right, I'll pay you 1,000 each.
Look, this whole cybernetic piece here, she kind of points to her eye thing that is just hanging out, very obvious, doesn't need to be pointed to. That costs like $1,600 alone. And you're gonna tell me I'm gonna risk my life and my $1,600 cybernetic piece for just 1,000 big ones?
I mean, if one of you dies, you can have their cut.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that changes everything, I guess. So
No
So.
one is going to die. So,
Though
Especially
someone
not
the
does,
increase.
we might know who to look to.
don't look at me. I'm not combat ready.
You can add some stipulations to it. Get a video or photo of him alive on top of it.
Maybe a gif of him winking.
Sure.
So do we have a deal then?
I'll look to the others.
What? I have some things you're gonna have to sign first. If you just put your thumb here, we can go ahead and officiate this. I just need it in writing. That's all. Go, just. I just need one finger, please.
And Ember kind of holds her hand up, just kind of slowly pushes your phone back towards
Oh.
you.
Oh, okay. I'm sure I can lift
No.
a print off of that somewhere.
Hexley. Oh, how persistent you are.
Fine. I know you're good for it. Whatever. But you're gonna get me free drinks next time I'm in here. All of us are getting free drinks.
I've already offered to pay, and it would seem that your companions here have also got their methods, so think you've already gotten that part of the deal out of the way.
I'm gonna take the shot that I was given, and I'm going to, because what I have my, I've changed out my medical gloves for my like cyber gloves, and I'm just gonna push it over to Ember. It's good manners to drink to a job.
And she'll kind of take in her hand and just. Well, don't die. Tell me what you find. Good luck.
It's always like how I like to start my missions. Don't
die.
Yeah, mm.
There's very specific rules there.
I think that's what I try
mean-
to do every day.
If you want to die, you can. I would just rather you didn't.
Oh, you care. That's so sweet.
Well, you're a cheap doctor. Hexley gets me dirt. Derek's just kind of cute to look at.
And
Yeah.
can give you forearm speed like no other.
I don't think I want to know what that means.
Whatever you
Or
want
maybe
it to
do.
be.
Can I
Anyway.
say it at this point, Derek will now very slowly and gingerly sit down next to everyone, just but on the edge of the couch and just kind of like, just quietly, just now he sits down.
No, Derek, dear, it's not sitting time. It's you go to check it out time.
It's
True,
okay,
Derek.
buddy.
It's time to
Pat,
go.
pat.
But here,
I-
take this before. She hands you a shot. And she
Ah.
takes the other one that was meant for you, but she drinks it.
I would love to hack your data pad someday. You are an interesting specimen right there. Whoa. Golly.
Okay. Oh, by the way, the waiter's arm, like just to clear things up, it's just I had some spare hydraulics, so I thought I'd use them. But I've also whisper, just so you know, I've put a Bluetooth chip in there for you, so in his arm, so
Oh,
you know,
excellent. That's compatible with my earpiece?
it can be.
Okay, well maybe that's something you should
You
check.
you just need the 3.2 firmware. It's
But
like
if I
three
ha-
generations old, but it'll work.
Okay, look, does it look like I'm made of credits? I have 3.1. You know that's the best you can get on the street.
I'll see what I can find. I might have something.
Andy's gonna make a show of like, I'm collecting all the glasses and putting them in a nice little pile for the waiter, but I'm picking up the glass that Ember had.
Okay. Picking up the glass that Ember took. All right.
With my gloved hand.
Okay. Good to know.
And
You have the glass from Ember. Is there anything else the four of you would like to do here at this point?
I'm just gonna scan a couple people on the way out. You know?
Okay. Give me an awareness check, if you would.
Oh, and actually, I get -1 to awareness.
Ooh.
And I ignore all complexity modifier. Well, it's more so for hearing, I guess. That's 1 and an 8.
1 and an 8. Okay,
So,
with that critical
0.
success. Yeah, excellent. The critical success, I will give you a point of grit. So you can add that in. So how grit works is, I should have said this sooner, I apologize. You can spend a 1 point of grit to subtract 1 from any of your rolls that you make. You just cannot use it on a 12. A 12 is always going to be a failure no matter what. But you walk out, scanning a couple individuals. Are you looking for anything specific or just kind of checking out their innards? What are you looking for?
Oh, I'm looking for mistress texts. I'm looking for merger documents. I'm looking for maybe embarrassing photos of singing in their underpants in front of a hollow mirror or something like that. Just the good stuff.
As you're kind of walking through and scanning a few of these individuals,
Bank accounts help too.
I will say you pass by a couple of corporate individuals kind of standing there talking to one another. Well, I'm just kind of like, you overhear a conversation up there. I can't let my wife find out about this one. She's gonna fucking kill me. It was a one-time thing, all right. And the other one's just kind of like, dude, it's fine. There's no fucking way she's gonna find out at all. I mean,
no way.
It was you met her at that hotel down the street anyway, right? Like, it's far away from your home. How's that gonna happen?
No.
And you kind of begin kind of taking a peek and looking into this individual, and you're able to find all of his personal information and which company he works for. He is one of the engineers for a company called Trimble and Trimble, which is kind of the automotive maker of this world. They kind of create 99% of the vehicles that you see out on the roads here. Aside from that, you don't pick up much else.
I would also like to perform a surveillance test and see if I can intercept or listen into any like secure radio signals or anything like that. Because she specifically said that she was being watched or something like that.
Correct. Yeah, go ahead and give me a surveillance check then, if you would.
All right. Ooh, an 11 and an 8, and I have a 8 perception.
Okay. We'll call that 8 a success there.
And yeah, it says if successful, the user is able to intercept and listen in on nearby secure radio signals.
Excellent. Okay. As you're kind of exiting out of this area, you kind of look around and you do see a couple of the AI droid-like police officers as they're kind of patrolling the streets. And you kind of pick up a signal off of them, and you do hear a message of, yeah, Scorch is in the bar still, right? Yep, still got eyes on her. No, Gaia doesn't want to lose this one. She's one of our best synthesizers. All right, keep patrolling the area, make sure nothing suspicious happens. And then they just kind of continue on. That's kind of the only conversation you pick up regarding her specifically.
I send a virtual text message to everybody that has that audio clip plus a message that says, looks like she's still being watched.
As we're walking out, I'm going to take one of my sanitized med bags and I'm dropping that shot glass in there, closing it up. And after we get outside, I'm just going to hand that to Hexley.
Excellent.
You want a fingerprint,
out.
Right?
Yes, and you also got me DNA, which is even better.
I know.
What is this? Secrets Christmas? Come on.
Anything to bring that smile.
Thank you.
Oh, there's the wink. All right. Stepping out, Hexley, now having the DNA of Ember in your possession. Is there anything else in particular you four would like to do, or are you kind of just heading off in the direction that Ember had pointed you?
I think that Aylo just kind of looks to, I'm guessing Andy, and maybe the others if they do, but more focused on Andy. So any of you know any hospitals that are in that area?
I mean, there's plenty of hospitals, a lot of them condemned. Do I know of a specific hospital that would be in that
The outer fringe?
direction?
Yeah, you being in the medical field, you would know that there is one of the hospitals that still stands. It survived the nuclear fallout from the war that essentially destroyed everything. As far as you know, it was kind of just a general medical hospital. not really specializing in anything. And to your knowledge, no doctors or even law enforcement has really gone to explore this hospital besides just kind of boarding up the area. But it is the only one in that direction that you would know of.
Yeah, there's one down this way, relatively untouched. Hasn't been a lot of excavations and other sort of investigations on it, so probably prime target for them, honestly.
All right then, lead the way. And
And onward.
I think Aylo just follows and actually kind of like lets the three of them go a little bit more ahead of her because this is not her forte. And she probably pulls out some kind of something that she can smoke.
All right, lighting something up good in the streets as you kind of following behind your companions here.
You know, I
You
don't want to
all,
blow in people's way if I'm standing in front of them, you know?
yeah, polite smoker. You're good. You're good.
I definitely am kind of just looking at Aloy and being like, no, you go. No, please, after you. No, really, please, after you. No, I insist.
I don't want to smoke in your face, so, you know.
Oh, I don't want to be seen by anyone, so
All right, then.
kind of need a human shield. No.
And I'm going to be your human shield.
You're very tall, for the record.
I think it's more the smoke is the smoky shield.
Also, this waitress has been following me since the club. I'm like, get a hint, honey.
I think Aylo just laughs and walks in front of Hexley if that's what she wants to. If she wants to walk behind, and she says, "I hope you enjoy the view," and continues walking.
All right.
I'm going to enjoy the view, and I'm also going to slip into the shadows.
All right, kind of getting yourself below the bright neon lights and just kind of staying more so in the shadowy darkness of the areas, kind of popping in and out of alleyways as you're making your way through. You continue walking on for a solid 10 blocks or so before you see that the neon lights slowly begin to kind of dim out, and you kind of start getting into a more desolate area of town as you kind of begin to walk towards the borders. And you're heading towards kind of a more open, semi-wasteland looking area where there's not nearly as many nice roadways, mainly just lots of dirt paths and really dried out grass and plants just along the way. As you continue to move onward, you continue walking for probably a good solid 20-30 minutes before you kind of start seeing off to the left-hand side of you what looks to be old subway entrances, kind of those large concrete tunnelways with the stairs that head down underneath. And just a few blocks ahead of that, you see a very large building that you can kind of make out the faded sign that just, you see the faded letters that would spell out General Medical. And you kind of approach, you can see that a lot of the second story windows on this area are boarded up, and there's kind of just been a very large like chain link fence built all the way around this enclosure. Actions for the group.
My scanning abilities for bio things, I don't do buildings. So if somebody has building scanning capabilities, I figured you.
Well, my little ears just perked up because, yeah, I can actually listen through solid rock or solid wall. So, I guess let's party then.
Yeah, make like
All
a
right.
bat and get us some visual, auditory, what have you.
Okay,
Aylo
first
says
of all,
nothing and continues to smoke and just watch. People watch at this point.
bats can't see very well at all.
Yeah, they use the sound and they create an image in their heads. Hence, make like a bat and get some visual, auditory things. Like, I'm
I
with
do
you.
have a lot of images in my head all the time. So, all right. Let's see what we got here. Maybe I shouldn't write things on two separate areas. I'm going to use my Western Brig Snooper. It's a rad snooper, rad 9 snooper. I don't know if you've Seen the Rad
Sure.
7 or Rad 8.
I had the Rad 9 radio tap. That's how I tapped that radio.
Oh wow,
Nice.
look at the big flex over here. Dang.
We're big rads together.
We are big Rads together. Yeah, I'd like to see if I can hear anything in the building. Anything to be worried about. Suspicious
Okay.
noises, voices.
No worries. Give me an awareness check for this. Do you have that item pulled up by chance with all of its stats?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Because it might have a different skill associated with it that I'm just not entirely certain.
Oh, you know what? I completely lied to you. It had it's a surveillance skill test, actually.
Okay, perfect.
A 1 and a 7, so I think we're
One.
doing pretty good.
Excellent. Another crit there. Okay. And as you're using this tool, is there any kind of visual effects that come off of it as you're kind of powering it on and working with it?
This was pretty low profile. It's going, but my ears are going to light up because the transmitter is now kicked on because these antennas, they're super powerful. I mean, come on. The coils here will spark just a little bit just to know that they're on. And I'm just going to start receiving transmissions.
Excellent. And as you kind of stand there, the glow and spark of your ears kicking on, I will let you know what you're able to hear when we come back from our break. So thank you all so much for sticking with us. To those of you who have donated, thank you all so much. Please continue to donate what you can. If you can, Tiltify link is going on around down in the chat there. And we will see you all back here in probably about 10-15 minutes or so. So go hydrate, stretch, do what you got to do. And we will see you all back here shortly. Stick around. And welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for sticking with us. Again, tonight we are raising funds for Planned Parenthood. Tilt-Fi link going around down in the chat, so please continue to donate what you can, if you can, help spread the word, not just today, but every day throughout the years to come. Every donation absolutely counts. So please continue to do what you can, if you can. And again, thank you so much for joining us tonight for the special one-shot. So let's get back into it. So Hexley, kicking on your surveillance ears, getting that critical success to try to begin scanning through this hospital. Now, are you looking or listening for anything in particular as you're kind of looking at this building?
Oh, I am so glad you asked. Yes, I'm looking for the sound of tools being used. I'm looking for voices. Screaming, I guess, crying,
Sure.
distress, but voices and any tools or whatnot being used. I'm just trying to listen for movement.
All right, excellent. So you kind of taking your time, really just kind of focusing in on the sounds coming out of this hospital. For a couple moments, dead silent. And then you hear what sounds like crunching plastic moving very, very quickly. And the sound of, it almost sounds like somebody panting as they're kind of running down a hallway, just stepping on bits of glass and plastic just crunching beneath their feet. And you just kind of hear this, shit, shit. And a couple more moments go by, and you hear a couple more voices. These ones a bit more raspy and guttural. Just go, I think the human went this way. You go that way, I'll stick to the right. We'll track him down. Aside from that, you're not really hearing any type of tools or electronics going on.
Oh, I just got the strangest hardware supply ad of my life with these things. So, is the brother human? And if so, we should probably get in there fast because I think someone might be chasing someone. There's a lot of crunching plastic glass. Hopefully they're wearing shoes, but yeah, there's some brawny individuals that are talking about running after human and human noises that sound like they're struggling. So what do you say?
Yeah, that seems urgent.
A little bit.
Yeah.
If we wait though, and it's not him, we could probably get some sweet data off the corpse.
Or we get some sweet data off the living person, potentially on other people too.
Okay, we'll kill the bad guys. I mean, you'll kill the bad guys. I'll get data off their corpse, and then we'll go save the person, right?
There we go. Solid
Okay.
plan.
Let's go. You first. No, please, I insist. No, everyone. No, yes, thank you.
You might not want to
Aylo-
be fully in the back.
Aylo puts out her whatever thing she's smoking and kind of steps on it, and then pulls out from her pocket a little rat and says, "Which way did he go?"
All right. Go ahead and give me, are you just asking this rat this, or are you trying to
Oh
battle
no,
with the
I'm
rat?
asking Hexley, which way did he
Oh,
go?
you're asking Hexley. Never mind.
Or which way, like, where is she hearing the sounds from?
So yeah, I guess where did I hear the sounds? Can I
It
tell?
sounded like, yeah, it sounded like it was coming from the second story, kind of towards the farthest part of the hospital. But it sounded like it was getting closer, so almost as if they were running in your direction from inside the building, though.
I mean, with triangulation, it kind of sounds like they're heading towards this side. So if we get in now, we might be able to intercept them, or get the jump on them.
The jump is always good.
The jump. You do the jumping, and I'll do the supporting.
Aylo, while they're talking about that, goes like and finds a spot like she can sit by like a bush or something, like a little hidden. And I'm going to meld with the rat.
Okay, give me a meld check when you have a moment.
A 4 and a 10.
Excellent. What does it look like as you're transferring your mind from your body into the body of your little rat companion here?
I think it's all in the eyes. Like, she's sitting there and her eyes are staying open so they don't close, a little creepy. And then her eyes change almost like pure black, like a little beady rat eye. And then the rat's eyes change to look like cat eyes.
Excellent, excellent. And like that, you see this little rat just kind of plop out down on the ground, and you see his eyes just very quickly shift. It kind of blinks for a couple of moments, almost as if it's adjusting. And you see now that instead of just those solid eyes, they have like the similar cat slits to them. Aylo, you are now in control of your rat companion. What would you like to
And I climb up into like one of Derek's pouches.
do? All right.
How far are we from the entrance to the building?
From here currently, I'd say you're probably standing about 60 feet back currently.
Okay. I'm gonna look at Hexley like, okay, in your like bat vision sort of echolocation thing, can you get a sense of like ceiling height, dimensions?
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. You know what? I think I'm getting something here. I think that it's. Would you stop referencing bats? I have nothing to do with bats. It's dolphins. It's dolphins. Dolphins are the ones. They have the superior echolocation. Do I
Okay,
fly?
your dolphin vision.
Do I fly? No.
What do your dolphin ears hear?
Do you swim?
I can, but I can't fly. That's a little more realistic. Also, dolphins are super smart, so it's like, come on, who are you talking to?
I can.
You gotta
see-
channel your inner E. So, like, just let me do my thing here. What was your question?
shape.
Oh,
room,
the
height.
echolocation. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Paint us a word picture, my dude.
Also, where'd the tall one go? It was just pieced out. I was hoping to use them as a human shield, but it's fine.
You just see like a rat like peeking out of a pocket and rolling its eyes.
That rat is very judgmental. I do not appreciate the attitude I'm getting. Okay, can I make out that room? What does it look like? What? I only used sound, so
I can help. You
Derek.
just like Derek just stood in the background, just like I can help.
what are you gonna do? Handsome them to death? Come on.
Give me 1.5 minutes.
That is
I
a
mean,
really long time.
That's
for
a long
being-
time when someone's
It's-
dying.
No, trust me.
It's called active cardio, by the way.
He puts his hat on, and I'll take my bag off, put it on the floor, like very carefully unzip it, and you just see like what looks like chunks of metal and bits of tech, and like I kind of crack my knuckles, and I'm like, go time, yeah, and I'll pull out a small drone. I'll be like, Penelope, fly, and I'll send the drone up into the air. And then whilst the drone's kind of like hovering above us, I'll start putting my gun together.
Like strap it into the. Can you like strap into the drone? Like he has his own little like drone.
You want to attempt
A
to
little
strap
harness.
the mouse into the drone.
No, he has his own little holster. He has like a seatbelt and everything.
Yeah, I'll say with you two being roomies, Derek, you would know that Aylo is a pharaoh who transfers her mind into this rat.
Mm-hmm. I don't like
Why
it.
the
but
fuck
she
not?
does it.
You've got a little mouse chair that you can strap little rat Aylo into. As propellers kind of kicking off some of the dust and dirt. Aylo, you're kind of situated, just kind of strapped into this little makeshift harness on the bottom of this
I
drone as it
love
begins
this.
to lift up. Where would you like to send your drone?
Oh, dear.
I'm gonna send it up and first do like a quick like 360 of the building from the outside, looking through the windows. And then if I see an opening, then it's going straight in.
Okay. Go ahead and give me for your drone. I'm assuming it's going to be surveillance for your drone.
Yes.
Perfect. Give me a surveillance check.
Um,
Aylo, if you want to give me an awareness as well while you're strapped to the drone, taking a peek around, you certainly
Sure.
may.
And then while they're doing this, I'm gonna move up to the entrance, but like against the wall. Sneaky
All right.
style.
Sneaky style it is. All
A
right.
2 and a 3.
A 2 and a 3. Excellent.
I got a 12 and a 1.
Oh, that's.
Okay.
How does that balance out? That's like
So
a
you have surveillance
you have
as
guts,
a
too.
skill though, don't you?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So you technically only need 1 success. With that critical success, you are good. So between the little rat and the drone kind of just circling I need artwork of this. So
I
anybody
need
down the
fan
chat,
art of
please
it.
make some artwork. Circling this building. Kind of scanning through the front of it first, you see Andy as she kind of goes and perches up against the entryway to the door. Andy, you can see that the front door is completely boarded up at this point. Taking your drone, circling around the right side of the building, you don't see anything. Going all the way around to the back, you can see that one of the boards on the first floor has been pried up and open, just enough for somebody to kind of squeeze up through.
Mm-hmm.
As you kind of continue to circle the entire building, that appears to be the only opening. Every other window is completely boarded up at this point.
Okay.
Also,
I'll kind of stand there and relay all that to Hexley whilst it's happening.
do I also, as a feral, do I know what's happening with this hamster rat right now?
Oh yeah, you would have knowledge, especially since you see Ayla's body just kind of limp, kind of just laying down on the dirt currently.
Ah, yes, that makes a lot more sense than a non-programmed robot. So, yes. All right, well, cool. We know what's in there. We know what's going on. You should go in.
Yeah.
Who
Is that what
votes?
we're doing?
Derek goes in.
Derek's like, yeah.
Derek, are
Okay.
you heading in? Are you letting your drone go in? Are you sending the mouse in?
I mean, am I going in on my own?
I'll be
No.
right behind you. And I step
Andy's
like
over by the
40
door,
feet
like-
away.
Hector, you're stepping 40 feet back.
Maybe. Maybe 100. Who knows? No.
You're back in the city. You're just drinking already.
I'm back, drinking my drinks.
All right, Derek. Actions are yours. Well, you got your drone attached to this mouse.
Yeah,
I would
so
assume
I'm
you
go-
probably relate it to Andy as well.
Yeah, I'd be like,
Yeah.
It's like weird hand gestures that we've not discussed what they mean yet, but
No.
The rapid forearm movement.
Yeah.
I think he wants to upgrade your arm. Is that?
not now.
He's doing the thing again. That
For those who just joined us, I'm so sorry.
Poor
Derek,
people
It's a
Great
legitimate
in.
business.
You missed a robot forearm being repaired.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
So-
allegedly.
Mouse on a drone. Andy perched at the front door. What are we doing here, team?
I'm going to start making my way. Since I'm going to interpret this as like that way.
Mm.
I'm going to
Fair
start
enough.
like trying to quietly make my way around.
Give
I'm
me a
going to
stealth
let
check, if
something
you
else
would.
go first. Though.
Okay, sounds good.
That is a 7 and an 8, both of which are higher than my stealth.
Okay. So you kind of try to start sneaking your way around the side of the building, but as you're kind of making your way around the side, you just hear this crunch and you kind of look down, you just realize that you just stepped on a broken beer bottle. And you're kind of looking forward and you just see this almost little pathway of debris of like used discarded syringes and bottles and just all kinds of trash that's just been kind of thrown back behind this area.
Great. Awesome. It's like home.
Even for dolphins.
Actually, do
I'm
you still have
assuming-
your surveillance going?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Wasn't sure. Yes, I do have it going still.
Okay, no worries.
I also it
So-
gives me a +1. I have an item that gives me +1 to general perception too. Just a heads up.
All right. So as you're kind of standing here, it's gone quiet for a moment before you start to hear what sounds like almost like a large metallic rack being dropped down onto the ground. You just hear this crash as things just kind of go rolling and sliding across the floor. You hear that same familiar voice just go, "God damn it, shit!" And he just continues to run. And this point, it sounds like the individual electronic has made his way down the stairs. But immediately after, you hear those two voices once again, as they're kind of moving, they both just kind of stop for a moment. Just, all right, you take the stairs. I think there's a hole back here. I'll go through there.
We should probably head towards the stairs, but you should definitely lead the way.
I would like to, noticing all the beer bottles and things that'll probably make a lot of noise, I want to look at Hexley and be like, okay, the first noise, where generally was it? Point me in the direction it wasn't.
I point towards the end of the hospital that is furthest away from us now. As well as back at the city to indicate a good control reference for this question.
Like it's on this side of the hospital.
Yes. Yeah, it's like a little closer. Like, let's just go in there and check it out, you know? But yeah, it's towards the stairs. Wherever that is. I'm sure that the stairs are probably marked. Because fires.
I mean, safety first, you know, in the decrepit hospital. How close are we to the little like opening?
You continue to make your way all the way around. I'll say at this point you have been able to make your way back to where you're now directly in front of it. Derek hovering your drone nearby it.
I want to have a couple of those like bottles and things, and I want to carefully peek my head in the opening, see if I see anything, and we're just gonna go 50-50 towards the whichever way would take me away from the sound. I'm going to chuck the beer bottles over there. I'm trying to make a distraction noise.
Gotcha. Give me an awareness check if you would.
Very scientific procedure there.
I get -1 to all awareness checks because of my cyber stuff.
Excellent.
And that is a 1 and
all right.
8.
All right. Hey, critical success. That's all you need there. So you get 1 point of grit.
Yeah.
And as you're kind of peeking your head through here, it's very, very dimly lit. The only light source is kind of the sun that's kind of breaking through some of the windows that are still visible, kind of just poking through. As you're kind of peeking your head up, you stare down for a moment, trying to listen for any type of noise, getting ready to throw your beer bottle. And as you're kind of raising it above your head, this loud thud lands down directly in front of you. And you see the back of this humanoid individual standing there with just this long pitch black, almost trench coat, just standing there. His head, his skin very, very pale. He's got shaved completely down the side of his head and just his blue hair kind of slicked back. And you see him as he's just kind of standing there, slowly kind of sniffing the air. As he kind of turns his head, you can see that his ears both come to a very fine point at the top. You just slowly begin scanning the area.
How close is he to us?
He dropped probably about 10 feet directly in front of you.
Cool. Hasn't noticed me?
From what you can tell, no.
I'm going to take my stun dagger and I'm going to stab him.
Okie dokie. Go ahead and give me an attack roll with your stun dagger. I believe that's going to be a melee weapons roll for that.
It is, if I can remember how to do that. Is that with the D12s again?
Still 2d12. Yep. If you've got the melee weapon skill, you'll only need 1 success.
Cool. That is a 4 and a 6.
A 4 and a 6. Excellent. So you kind of pop in through the window, taking out your stun dagger. As you're approaching him, what does it look like as you kind of jab it into him?
It's really like a bottle down, switch hands, so bottle in offhand, dagger out. And I'm going to try and like stab in where, as a doctor, I would know that it would leave like probably some muscle tearing.
Okay, excellent. Go ahead and give me the damage on your dagger there.
Okay, that is... Ooh, that is 11, 12, 13.
13. Excellent.
Endurance damage, and then they are stunned for 3 rounds. So they will
3
go
rounds
last
they're
in
stunned.
initiative for 3 rounds.
Perfect. All right. And seeing as you are the only one in here at this time, he's stunned. He can't do jack shit. Derek, anything from you at this time?
So my question is, will Derek fit through this gap?
As it stands, no. You kind of being the more built mechanic of the group. Yeah, no, there's no. You would have to pry the
Okay.
entire board up to try to squeeze through this window.
Okay, that's going to take a while. I'm going to take the control for my drone, clip it to my belt, and put it on like a follow setting, so it just kind of like hovers close and follows. After I've stopped like spinning it in place for just a split second, because I don't like this rat, so I like to mess with it. And I will pull out my gun, which, you know, Derek doesn't have a handgun. He has a Dire Arms G-Rail machine gun that he's been modding for a while. And I'd like to shoot a hole in the wood so I can get in.
Okay. Give me an attack roll if you would. So it's a firearms check for that gun, I believe, unless it's specified differently.
It is.
I did my damage wrong because I don't know how to do math. Whatever it was, half it. Because
D3s,
D3s and D6s
Perfect.
are not the same dice.
No worries.
I got
That's a lot of
a
damage.
crit. I got a 1 and a 10.
Okay. You begin firing through this board. Go ahead and roll the damage for me on it.
This is the game for people who roll ones a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It really is.
That is 13 damage because this
Okay.
gun does 2d12 damage.
Nice.
All right. You begin tearing through this board, firing away, and this board just gets annihilated. Andy, go ahead and roll your armor for me,
Oh.
as you are just
Oh.
on the opposite side of that wood, and these bullets are tearing through.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll me your armor protection there.
Uh-oh.
That's
I didn't see where I
D12s
was.
again or D6?
So your armor protection. So if you look at your sheet, there should be an armor section there.
Yeah, my
It should
protection
have
is 3.
The tolerance should be 3. It should have a value of like a 1d3 protection. What type of
Maybe.
armor are you wearing?
I am wearing. Good question. I'm wearing reinforced tactical.
Reinforced.
1d3
tactical,
plus
okay.
1. And that's
Perfect,
a
there
4
you go.
tolerance.
Thank you.
Perfect.
No
There you go. So go ahead and roll me 1d3 plus 1.
Okay. That's going to be 4.
4. Excellent. Plus, with the wood kind of slowing down some of the bullets here, we'll see. You still take 5 points of damage as you're kind of standing there stabbing into this vampire. All of a sudden, you just hear these gunshots going off behind you, and you feel something just strike you right in the back. You can feel a little bit of blood slowly starting to seep out, and you turn around and you see Derek standing there in the window with this fucking railgun out.
Just like.
And your armor tolerance goes down by 1 point as well.
Okay.
All right. With that, let's go ahead and we will get some initiative going for Andy and Derek. Aylo, you're still in rat mode, kind of being forced to follow Derek as you're kind of strapped to this drone.
Yeah. Until I can get off the drone. I like to imagine I have like a little parachute. I can just like deploy.
All right. And so for your initiative, it's going to be a D12 plus your perception or reflexes, whichever is higher.
Ah.
14 for me.
17.
1d12 plus your reflexes or
Plus your reflexes, correct. For
Or
initiative.
perception.
Or perception,
Ooh.
whichever is higher.
got a 20 for rat mode.
20 for rat mode. Excellent.
Rolled a 12.
Okay. Nice rat with a 20. We had
I'm
Derek.
using the rat skills because that's what
at a 14. And I'm sorry, Andy, what was yours one more time?
17.
17. Perfect. All right. And before we get into that, Hexley, you've kind of backed away from this area. You just heard this rapid gunfire go off. You heard Andy just kind of go, fuck. Is there anything you would like to do as you're kind of standing away from this area?
I should help. But I'll go in. They all went in already, so they've attracted all the attention. So I can just slink in to go maybe see what the heck is going on. I do have my very nice Dire Arms XPF 11.7. So my pistol's kind of ready to go.
All right, excellent. So we'll go ahead and get your initiative as well then, Hexley, please.
Okay. That is going to be... Oh, boy. So it's plus endurance or plus perception?
Plus reflexes or plus perception, whichever's higher for you.
I was thinking about damage already. It's going to be 18.
18 for your initiative. Okay, perfect. So you begin booking it in that direction that you heard the gunfire. So we will go to the top of initiative. Rat to Aylo, you are starting us off. What are you doing?
I think I'm just like observing. Do I see anybody other than this one person?
Give
that
me an
has
awareness
shown up?
check if you would.
Okay. Awareness is perception with the rat. Ooh, a 4 and a 1.
Excellent, excellent. So as you're kind of peering your little beady rat cat eyes down around the stunned vampire, you see Andy kind of holding her wound. About 30 feet down the hallway here, you see this double door kind of kick open on the left-hand side, and you see this, what looks to be like a human boy, just kind of come stumbling out, just kind of, shit. And he just kind of stares down in your direction and quickly whips his head back and just starts booking it towards you guys. And a few moments go by, and immediately afterwards, you see another one of these cloaked individuals step out behind the doors. This one stands probably about 7 feet tall, completely bald on the side, same pointed ears. And as he's kind of staring down towards you, Aylo, you can see that he's got these 2 jagged fangs just pointing out from the top of his mouth. And he's kind of staring down towards all of you.
Would I assume that that is a vampire?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And you see him kind of reach to the left side of his cloak and begin just slowly pulling it open. And you can see he's got a few pistols strapped into his jacket. But he can't do anything right now. Aylo, that is your go, because with this system, you only get one thing per turn, one action. So with that, we are going to cruise on over to Hexley. It is your go.
All right. Well, I run in. Do I see Mr. Big Fangs or like?
Oh yeah. So you kind of run over. You see the busted window with Derek kind of standing outside of it, just unloading his gun. And you peer in, and you can see down the hallway the vampire that Andy has stunned, as well as the one at the end of the hall, and this human boy kind of booking it in your direction as well.
Well, first of all, Derek is definitely violating like 50 safety regulations at this time. Hey kid, you need some help? Oh, shit, look out behind you, there's a vampire. I'm gonna shoot the vampire.
Okay, give me an attack roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot the vampire because that seems like what my feral brain would go back to do.
Sure.
So D12, yes?
Yep,
Yes.
2d12. This can be a firearms check for you.
Okay. Oh, golly, that's... Okay, we got a 4 and 11.
4 will work. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Right. Math. It still exists, apparently. Oh, dear. Okay, that is going to be 21 points of damage.
21 points of
I
damage.
think
Is that...
I rolled 7 plus 2. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. It's 19, I think. Or 7 plus 2, and then plus my endurance, which is 10.
Plus your endurance for your weapon. Holy shit, okay. Excellent.
Nice.
Yeah, you get a nice clean shot on this vampire standing at the end of the hallway. Andy, you just hear this another bullet just go whizzing by your head, just getting a clean strike. And this creature standing at the end of the hallway just kind of reels back and just... All right.
You hear a very sincere, sorry, Aylo, I know you're over there. It's okay.
With that, we are going to move on to Andy. It is your go.
All right, so I've got one vampire like at his back.
Mm-hmm.
Am I still in line of fire from Derek?
Oh yeah. It's not
Yeah,
a very
I'm gonna-
wide hallway.
Yeah, I'm gonna not be in line of fire anymore. And if I can be not in line of fire and also within like shooting fire of the guy who's running down the hallway behind the kid,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a shot at him with my handgun.
Give me a shot. Perfect. Give me a firearms check.
All right. That's going to be a 5 and a 7.
All right. One success there. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Excellent. That is 1d12 plus 2. Fuck yeah. That is 12 damage to him.
Excellent. All right. That is your go. We will move on down to Buddy down at the end of the hallway. After getting shot twice at this point, he kind of closes his left-hand side and opens up his right-hand side. And Derek, you see him pull out a very similar railgun to what you have that he has had strapped to the inside, pulling it out, aiming it straight down the hallway. And he is going to fire at you, Andy, since you were the first immediate threat that
Yep.
he sees.
Yep. I got med packs on me, guys. She would have told you ahead of time where they are strapped. You've been traveling enough.
And somehow he fucking misses because he rolled 2 failures.
Ah.
So he just starts laying out bullets across. Unfortunately, as he's kind of spraying bullets back and forth, he does not make connection to any of you. They just kind of go whizzing by, breaking beakers and glass, and just riddling the hallway with bullets as it just kind of echoes out. That is all he can do.
It's like one of those, like, the hide, and then just, like, all the bullet holes create, like, a silhouette.
Derek, it is your go. What are we doing?
Okay, so
Shooting Andy again?
I have
Please don't.
Derek has a plan because Derek watches a lot of movies on his own. So I want to step in. If I step into this room now, how far away am I from Andy and the vampire they were engaged with?
The one that she stunned, it's just 10 feet in front of you. The second you climb through the window, he is right there.
Oh, perfect. I'd like to step in and with this big railgun kind of point it directly at his head, but then with my other hand outstretched, point the palm of my hand at the big vampire, and in Iron Man style, my hand will glow, and I'm just going to be like, okay, this is a UV laser and will melt your face. So I suggest you two creepy fucks leave now.
Okay, give me...
But for everyone else, it looks pretty cool. Aylo knows it's a flashlight built into my hand, but no one else knows that.
Give me an intimidation roll here, buddy.
Oh, that's
Okay.
so good. Just you hear like a little mouse cackling up in the sky.
No.
Oh no.
The one at the end of the
In
hallway
fact,
just goes...
Can I burn some grit to re-roll or to do what can I
no,
do?
it would just be a -1 to one of those rolls.
Oh, you can only do one at a time. Okay.
Yeah, you can't re-roll anything, unfortunately.
Okay, never mind.
Okay. As you're kind of saying that, trying to be as badass as you can, the vampire just kind of lowers his railgun, just kind of cocks his head towards you and be like, with a flashlight,
Accidentally hit the
really?
button and the light turns on.
Just like flickers.
All right. That is all you can do on your turn. Next up is the stunned vampire who cannot do anything. He is trying to move towards you, Andy. You can see he's just got this look of frustration on his face as he's trying to inch towards you, but he can't do shit because of your stun dagger. With that, we are...
I'm gonna hate myself for this, but I think stunned only just reduces their initiative. I will double check it.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, perfect.
I don't want to be awful,
No, you're
because that
good,
would
you're
be
good.
ridiculous if I could just like keep them down forever.
That's data dealing right there. That's what you just did, is data dealing.
Yeah. So yeah, a stunned combatant will act last in initiative order. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, perfect. So he is last anyway. Okay. Never mind then. So you see, he does begin to inch towards you.
Yeah.
As
I'm
he
gonna
kind of
regret
reaches,
saying it, but
as he kind of reaches down onto his belt and he kind of pulls out this very jagged looking, almost like kunai type dagger. He just kind of raises it up over his head. He's going to try to stab down into you, Andy.
ow.
That is a critical success there.
Excellent. Excellent.
So go ahead and roll me your armor once again.
Okay, that's gonna do so much. 2.
2, okay. You still take 3 points of piercing damage. Your armor tolerance drops by 1 as this knife just begins digging down into your shoulder, tearing through the fabric of your tactical gear. And it just kind of rips it back out and then kind of snaps his head and looks towards you, Derek. Next up, though, we're at the top of the round. Rat Aylo, what are we doing?
Raylo.
Raylo.
I think that I'm still like you still have the drone in the air, right?
Yeah,
So
you're kind of
there's not-
hovering.
Can I track where the kid went at all? Like I already was watching them.
Yeah, I'll say because you're keeping your eyes on him, you saw him kind of duck down into one of the side rooms, especially once the railgun started flying back and forth. He got probably about 10 or so feet away from the vampire that was chasing him, and he just kind of ducked into a room on the right-hand side.
Okay. I think Aylo will unmeld, and because I'm a little ways from everybody else, we'll find an alternative route in toward like closest to where the kid is.
Okay, perfect. No worries. So you're kind of laying down on the soil. Your eyes kind of return back to you, kind of breathing back
and
up.
Some poor rat is just
Yeah,
strapped
Derek,
to
you
a
look
drone right
back at
now.
your drone, and this rat is just shrieking and squeaking in a panic as it's just looking around like, what the fuck just happened to me? The Aylo, you begin kind of booking it to the side of the building where you saw that kid duck into. But that will be your go there.
Yeah.
Next up, Andy, we're back to you. What would you like to do? Oh, no, I apologize. Hexley, it's your go.
I'm just in shock as to now we have animal cruelty potentially with the saucer rat. Like, what is happening here? Oh, wow. How many drinks did I have back there?
I'm sorry.
All right. Well, I see the kid go into a room, I'm assuming, because he was running at me. And then I guess me blapping at a vampire daddy just was a little terrifying. So I'm going to do what works. I'm going to shoot him again.
Give me a shot. Let's do it to it.
I'm gonna shoot him again. In this line here, you shoot first and you get away and then you ask questions once they're dead. That's a 2.
2 will definitely work. Go ahead and roll that damage.
Blap blap. Come on, yeah. Okay, that's a little less than last time. 16.
16. Blap blap, 16 points. Excellent. We'll take it.
I will also shout out, "Fear not, young youth. It is fine." I don't know how to talk to kids super well, but I'm doing my best.
Fear not, young youth. I like it. All right. Andy, it is your go. What are we doing?
Andy is going to like pull a small bit of gauze from one of her packs and is going to spend her action kind of like backing up just a little bit and adhering it to her body.
Okay. Perfect. Trying to slow down some of your bleeding there. Perfect.
Yep. So I will roll that. Which
Excellent.
is... Oh, I don't need to roll it. That is +3.
All right. With that, we are on to Big Bubba with the railgun. He's still got focus down towards you. Andy, with you kind of backing up, he's now kind of focused more on you, Derek, as you've also got a big gun pointed towards him. You just did a flashlight trick. So it's going to be a firearms against you. That's going to be a 2. So that will definitely work. Go ahead and roll. Okay. Go ahead and give me your armor protection there.
Is 5.
5. Excellent, excellent. All right. So you still take 3 points of damage as the bolts kind of tear through, piercing through your armor in certain places. Your armor tolerance drops by 1, but you were good there. Next up, Derek, it is your go.
Cool. I'm gonna, with my big G gun, just kind of turn it to the vampire closest that has been stabbing Andy, and just choice of words here, fire in his face. I was gonna say unload, but I chose not to.
All right, do it too. I wouldn't be surprised with Derek.
It checks out with
give
everything
me,
else you've done so
So
far.
this is going
Why
to have
not?
this is going to have a bit of a penalty as you're using a big gun in close range here. So it's going to have a -2 penalty to this, or a +2 rather penalty. So go ahead and give me your firearms roll here.
So firearms is reflex, which would be an 8, so it'd have to be a 6. Is that right? So I got a 7 and a 1.
Critical success still. God damn. Excellent. Roll that damage for me.
That is 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage from your unloading into his face. Excellent.
Mhm.
All right. It is now his go. You see him as he kind of just reels back in pain, and his head just kind of snaps back down towards you. And you see he's just got bullet holes ripping through his cheeks, and he's kind of missing some bits of his face. And as he's kind of staring toward you, you can see that his wounds are very, very slowly beginning to close up. As you kind of see the tendons in his cheeks kind of slowly start to meld back together. Taking his knife out, he's going to go ahead and take a stab towards you. And would you look at that? Another 2. So go ahead and roll me your protection there, Derek.
4.
Okay. You still take 2 points of piercing damage as this knife stabs through your tactical gear once again, carving out as it kind of slowly begins to lose its integrity. Tolerance drops by 1. However, we are going to go back to top of the round with Aylo. You're kind of at the side of the hospital at this point, trying to figure out which room this guy ducked into. And you're kind of counting the windows themselves as you're kind of walking down to see which one it would be. And you get narrowed down to two windows that you think he might be in. The windows are currently boarded up on this side. You've got the one on the left and the one on the right. What would you like to do?
Can I listen to hear if I hear anything behind the boards?
Give me an awareness check.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see how that goes. A 3 and an 8.
3 and an 8. All right, you go up to the one on the left. You kind of listen in, and you hear what sounds like a glass beaker kind of rolling on the ground. Aside from that you don't quite hear much. You go over to the window on the right, and pressing your ear up against it, and you can hear what sounds like a person kind of panting behind it. Just okay. I think I can get out if they keep distracting him.
Is it a free action to talk?
Yeah, absolutely.
She will talk, but more quietly, and say,
Mhm.
Psst. What's his name again? Because what did
You didn't get a name.
God, we're idiots.
Yes, his brother.
Yes, pretty much.
Scorch Kid.
Yeah, Scorch Kid. That's too funny. That's fitting. I think she just said she's like, "Are you Ember's brother?"
Who's asking?
Doesn't matter. I'm here to save you. Come
I mean,
closer to the window.
Seeing as there's 2 vampires in here at least, yeah, it kind of matters.
Or would you rather be vampire food or?
How do I know you're not one?
What would you like? I mean, you tell me what would prove it to you. We don't really have a lot of time right now.
Give me a persuasion roll here if you would.
Alright. This is too funny. I don't get my bonus here because I can't make eye contact with this kid. But I do have awareness as one of my skills. Or not awareness, persuasion.
Persuasion, perfect.
I just can't use my Saffron snake charmer on him. A 4 and a 6.
4 and a 6, all right. 4 will work. And just goes, shit, I guess you're right. But I swear, if you're a vampire, what choice do I fucking have at this point? And you hear him as he kind of like, sounds like he's picking up something and starts banging on the other side of this board, like he's trying to push it open towards you. With that, we will move on.
I got a second action and I didn't even have to do the work. He's doing the work.
I'll move over to Hexley. It is your go. Yeah, big vampire daddy. And you got the one stabbing Derek. What are we doing?
Well, first off, I'm gonna turn my attention to the one stabbing Derek.
All right, excellent.
And in the process, because I want to make sure that since they haven't paid attention to me, maybe blend in. So I'm going to take 2 little broken plastic pieces and just kind of dab them on here and hope that they stick pretty well to simulate me being a soulless, blood-sucking vampire. Oh, that gotta go into the Jaspers. No, this is terrible. Am I able to use a grit?
You can use grit to subtract 1 from one of the rolls. That is all you can use. You can't re-roll.
Yikes. Yeah, that's not gonna work. So I don't hit anything. Or maybe I do. I got an 11, so.
An 11, unfortunately. Yeah, you
high.
kind of, you fire through and the bullet just goes whizzing
you
right.
might have shot Derek.
I
right
yell
between.
out. That was a warning shot. There's more where that came from.
And
Don't make me.
give me a deceive roll here as well as you're kind of putting these bits of plastic up into your mouth.
I'm really good at this, okay? Okay. I'm so sorry. I need a reminder. Our points in stuff. Do I take anything away from it? It's just straight roll?
It's just a straight roll, yep.
Well,
because the like DC is also determined by your skill.
great. Yeah, that's a 7.
All right. As you're kind of putting these fangs up into your mouth, what is your overall allure stat set at?
Oh, well, I'm glad you asked because that's definitely going to be 5.
Okay, yeah. Unfortunately, as you kind of stand up, the fangs kind of slowly slide out of your lip and just fall back down on the ground. And the vampire, like the one in the back with the railgun, just kind of looks towards the other one and goes, Max, what the fuck is wrong with this group? One's got a flashlight, one's trying to throw plastic into their mouth. Let's just take them out quick.
Where are they taking us, though? Where are we going?
Andy, it's your go.
Andy's feeling better, so Andy's shooting the vampire that stabbed her.
Okay, give me an attack roll. What weapon are you using? Are you using a pistol, shotgun?
I'm using a pistol.
Okay, perfect. Close range, you're good. Go ahead and roll the firearms check there.
That is a 4 and a 7, which
That'll work. Go ahead and roll that damage.
below my thing. Ooh, fuck yeah. That's a 14.
14.
That's max damage I can do with that
Hell
pistol.
yes, excellent. Just same thing, kind of firing right into this creature's face as his cheek meats slowly kind of starting to go back together. A bullet just goes flying through and rips right through it. And he just kind of looks towards you. At this point, his jaw's kind of just barely hinged on as it's trying to slowly repair itself. But he's still standing with his knife out. Next up is Big Vampire Daddy, who is going to go ahead and just keep firing away with his railgun. Let's see, he's got 3 targets now. Sorry, Andy.
It's okay, I healed.
Andy's new tank.
The healer and the tank.
That's
He's
gonna
like
go.
this in our
mean,
Evermore game too.
Yeah, I was like, that's actually pretty common.
Okay, Andy, give me your armor score or your armor protection.
Yep. Okay, that's at least 4. It's
4.
like
Okay,
doing its
good.
job.
Yeah, you still take 7 points
Yep.
of damage.
And tolerance by 1.
Tolerance reduces by 1 as the bullets just begin ripping through you. You can feel your armor slowly starting to kind of rip and tear in pieces. It's barely hanging on. That is his go. However, Derek, we are on to you. Got the vampire with its jaw just kind of barely hinged on, knife out. Big Daddy with the railgun. What are we doing?
Big Daddy can stay where he is. We have this guy in front of us, so I'm gonna again, because my gun is trained him, but I'm gonna throw my other hand over and start blinking my flashlight at him to distract him whilst I shoot him again in the face.
All right. Flashlight comes up and he's just kind of like, if he could drop his jaw anymore, he would. His eyes just kind of go wide as he's staring at this blinking light in his face.
It's working.
Give me a firearms roll here.
You need like a daylight flashlight.
2 successes. 3 and a
That
6.
damage. Perfect. Give me that damage.
12 points of damage.
How would you like to dispatch this vampire?
It's like to with this railgun kind of pointed just at the crease of his bottom jaw, below the back of his head out.
All right, and just like that, squeezing the
With the
trigger
little blinky
down.
light on my hand.
He's just staring down at this light as this gun just kind of gets put at the base, and in the blink of an eye, the echoing and the ricochets of the bullet shells just kind of hitting the floor as it echoes down this hallway. And the second your gun stops firing and the smoke kind of clears off the barrel, there's nothing left on this creature's shoulders as its body just falls limp onto the ground. That is it for you. We are back to the top of the round since that one's dead. Aylo, it is your go.
All right. If the board is not removed yet, Ayla would like to assist with the removal of it.
Okay, perfect. Go ahead and give me
Which I'm not probably good at.
give me a lifting roll if you would.
Okay.
I'll give you
I
minus
got
2
a
to this
2
since
and
you
a
got
12.
the kid. Hey, you want the 2? Do you have lifting as a skill?
I do not have lifting as a skill.
Okay.
So what happens when it's not?
So because you have the skill, you would need 2 successes. Unfortunately, you only got 1 critical failure and 1 success. So you go to try to get your fingers underneath and try to start pulling this board. And as you kind of begin pulling it towards you, the pressure kind of gives and it snaps back and catches your fingers between the board and the concrete of this building. You kind of just pull your hands back as you kind of got this now stinging sensation as you see your fingers are starting to turn slightly purple and get bruised. You just hear, sorry, I'm trying.
Yeah, and she's just like, bloody hell. And kind of like you just hear that, kind of just like trying to suck in the pain, but it's not going well.
Alrighty.
And she's
Next
gonna
up.
pull out her pistol. She's just gonna shoot at it next.
All right. Next time shooting it. Perfect. Over to Hexley. Hexley, what are we doing?
Well, I think we're gonna need a different game plan for this because it's very clear what works and doesn't. I'm gonna shoot him again.
Shoot him again. Go for it.
Okay, we got 3 and a 12.
Do you have firearms as a skill?
Yes.
Yes, you do. Okay, then you are good. You do
Believe
not
so.
shoot anybody. It would be under your reflexes.
Oh.
Please don't shoot me.
I'm gonna use. Can I use grit?
You cannot. You
Not on the
cannot
12.
subtract from the 12. It's a critical failure, unfortunately. And not having that skill. Okay, let's see.
I feel you.
Yeah, my reflexes are really low, unfortunately.
Go ahead and roll that damage. Derek,
I'm
roll your
so
armor for me.
sorry. Oh no. It's 22.
Oh yeah, I
22?
forget.
Oh.
She's like, she does so much damage. She's like an assassin. She's like a
Holy
ninja
shit.
assassin.
My mother expected this
That
out
drops
of
you
me,
down to
but
4. Okay, so
No,
Derek,
my protection is 4.
okay, so
So how
22
much-
minus 4, 18 points.
Goodbye.
What? Your endurance is low.
My
Oh,
endurance,
because you.
yeah, I've taken damage already, so I had 10 left.
Oh, Hexley, you go to take your aim down at this vampire, firing away. Derek, as you're kind of celebrating your victory, you don't even see it. All of a sudden, it's just as you fall forward, face down in front of Andy. Andy, you see this bullet come flying through the back of Derek's skull. Derek, thank you so
Fix
much.
that one.
Yeah, you're just dead. I just looked at the rules. I was like,
Derek,
can
you are
get rid of
gone.
it?
Uh,
My bronies.
yeah.
Let's
This
get
game
some.
gets
what
me
have
all
I
fast.
done?
Put some F's in chat.
All right.
Oh,
That is your go. Andy, we're over to you.
I am sobbing, by the way, at this. Not sobbing, but just making noises of regret.
Ah!
Don't,
You have Big Vampire Daddy still.
Big Vampire Daddy's at least over there by Hexley. Who's
no, don't get any ideas.
I have 4.
Dude, they don't even have to worry about us. We're just gonna kill ourselves. We don't even know the name of the kid we're looking for. We're gonna kill ourselves.
Leave us alone long enough and we just kill each other.
And we wanted more money.
We're the best.
Andy, what are we doing?
Oh goodness. Oh great. Fuck. Is there like quick scanning around? Does it look like there's anywhere that I could like take cover nearby?
Looking down this hallway, you could try to duck into one of the side rooms if you wanted to. And I will also say too that Big Daddy he's got some nasty wounds that are bleeding out significantly.
I'm gonna try and duck behind Derek's big body and shoot Big Daddy Vampire. I'm trying to use Derek's dead body as cover.
All right, you kind of go prone on the ground behind Derek,
And I'm gonna try and shoot at the other vampire.
give me a firearms check here.
I am taking that minus to my own stats for reflexes because critical state. But that is a 1 and a 2.
Beautiful. Roll that damage.
Hells yes. Okay, come on. Lucky die. Lucky die. Okay. That is 13.
How would you like to kill Big Daddy Vampire?
Just like my hands on top of Derek's dead body. Just like over like, sorry, buddy. And just square right between the eyes on this vampire.
And this vampire's kind of looking down the hallway, looking towards Hexley, and just kind of goes, huh, maybe you are one of us. Oh, boom, bullet striking right in between his eyes, going straight through. You just see this matter come out of the back of his skull as he just falls backwards, prone into this hallway. You are all out of combat at this point, out of initiative. For the sake of expediency, unless there's anything specific you all want to do right now. Aylo, shooting the board.
Yeah, shoot the board.
Perfect. Firing away, chipping away, easily making enough of a small gap. And you see this human boy standing back there with this bright green hair. He's got like a messenger bag that appears to be filled up with what appear to be like different tablets, and you can kind of see there's some old school medical equipment, like some old syringes and stuff. Just kind of stacked into his bag, and he kind of begins crawling out of this hole. Oh, thank you.
It looks like I'm helping him climb out, but I'm really not very helpful.
Totally fair. He makes his way out, stumbling down onto the soil and the dirt, and kind of wipes himself off outside with you, Aylo. Andy and Hexley, you've got these two vampire corpses as well as Derek's corpse in this hallway. Is there anything specific you two would like to do?
I see Andy over Derek, and I'm like, "Oh, you fixing him up? Is that what's happening?" And my voice.
No,
is
you shot a
cracking.
big ass hole in his head.
Oh,
I'm a good doctor. I'm not
It's
that
too-
good of a doctor.
it's too dark to see. If we can't see it, it didn't happen. So, I'm sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to.
I think we're gonna take away your gun privileges. Why do you have such a powerful gun if you can't fucking use it?
I like to make sure I'm bougie, and I like to be prepared.
And just pointing down to Derek. Prepared?
I mean, the vampires are dead, so at least we got that done. Maybe he can become a vampire. Who knows?
That's not how vampirism works.
I walk over to the very dead vampires, and I try to take a tooth to stab Derek with.
Okay.
You're trying to like.
I'm playing God here. Just let me do it.
Give me a medical check as you're trying to pull one of these vampire teeth out. Or are you kind of just dragging the whole corpse and just sinking the fangs? I will say...
I'm a mixture of both, just pulling them together.
Yeah, I will say the one that's nearest you is missing his head
kiss, yeah,
entirely, as that's the
blessing.
one that Derek had blown off. So you'd have to walk down the hallway, grab Big Daddy Vampire, dragging his body over.
No, I'm not
And-
helping you drag that body.
I'm
over.
going to just pull the teeth out. We're just going to
Okay.
pull the teeth out, nice and easy.
Okay, give me a medicine check here.
Am I
If
gonna
you don't
walk
have
in
it, it'll just be a straight
on
brains.
her stabbing my friend to death?
Hey,
With vampire teeth.
I got a 3 and a 4.
All right, easy enough. You pop out a couple of fangs, walking over, and yes, Aylo, as you kind of round the corner, if you're joining your friends, looking through the window.
I think we're like quietly. I'm telling the kid like, shh, I'll be quiet, and we're like looking to see, like we're creeping forward.
Yeah.
Just
Creeping
call out,
forward,
Aylo!
and as you approach, you see Hexley standing over Derek, who's currently prone on the ground, holding what looks to be a
have my
small tooth
gun
in her hand.
on Hexley now, and I'm like, what is you do?
It was an accident. She says in a very squeaky voice.
Wait,
Look, I'm making it better.
Is there some kind of insight check that I can do here to understand if she's?
I will say, Hexley, give me a deceive roll. Well, I mean, you are telling the truth, so give me give me a persuasion roll. I'll give you a -3 to this though because you are being honest.
And yeah. Well, wow, that's not persuasion, that's perception. That's great. Okay, well, it's not good. First of all, it's 10 and 12. So yeah, persuasion is not perception, and that's a favored stat.
Do I
so
roll something to counter it, or is it just her roll? Makes it a
Go
fail.
ahead and I'll have you give me an awareness roll here.
A 3 and a 4.
A 3 and a 4. Okay. As Hexley's kind of sobbing and choking through the words, saying it was an accident.
lot of snot. A lot.
I will. God, this is a weird one because she is being honest.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell that her emotions seem to be genuine.
Okay. The gun gets lowered. And she just looks really upset. And I think Aylo doesn't normally like just happy-go-lucky, chill. She looks like she wants to shoot somebody. she would shoot you, but she can tell you're telling the truth.
And
We can
As
shoot
you're
the
kind
kid
of-
and blame the
I
vampires.
think she just takes a shot at one of the vampire, like the big vampire that you just brought over to make kissy faces at him.
easy enough. You go over to one of the big daddy vampires,
Yeah,
put a
she just
bullet into
shoots-
him.
yeah, puts a bullet in him to get aggression out.
All right. And as you kind of fire away, you hear the sound as the echo kind of subsides of this loud whirring. And you kind of look and you see Derek's drone is just spinning in circles at this point, and the little mouse is just squeaking in fear on top of it, as nobody's controlling this drone at
I'll
this point.
search into Derek's like pockets or whatever and grab the controls and bring the drone back down.
Okay, the drone kind of lands, and you see Hoover kind of wiggle himself out of his harness, and you see him kind of scurry over to Derek and just kind of scratch at his face a little bit before kind of crawling back up onto your shoulder.
So
But go ahead, Hexley.
did the teeth work?
So you
No.
stab Derek with the
Just
teeth.
stabbed him with.
Okay. As
Right
it
in the
stands,
neck.
nothing's happened.
Ah!
Did the fact that we just blew their faces off with guns make you think that vampirism somehow makes you immune or resuscitative from being shot in the face with guns?
There's a chance, okay? I'm not a doctor, okay?
I am.
Okay, well, if we can't, if that didn't work, I guess there's only one thing to do. And I respectfully kneel next to Derek's dead body. And I say, I'm so sorry, friend, acquaintance, person that I was just getting to know. I respected your ability to modify forearms in an oppressive manner and get free drinks out of it. You will never be forgotten. And I'm gonna make sure that, and I start hacking his data pad.
She's trying to take any. I will stop her.
Okay.
I think Aylo picks the gun, like lifts the gun back up and points it at.
Yeah,
Hexley.
I'll say easy enough. No skills required for this. Hexley, as you're kind of pulling this tablet up, and you're kind of coming back up, you see Aylo standing over you, gun pointed directly at you.
Oh,
Back up. Do
uh,
not touch him.
I'm not touching him. I promise. I promise. And she
You-
turns her data pad off and
Kill my friend, and then you're going to steal his things.
not steal, but like make sure
Permanently
that
borrow.
something like that. It's something that dolphins do. It's not a big deal.
Aylo will
Dolphin borrowing.
close Derek's eyes if they're open.
The one eye that's left.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And she's not like, spiritual or anything like that, so I think she doesn't really know what to do with this situation. So she just kind of like pats him, and then she's just gonna try to like take what she can off him.
All right.
She can't carry him. That's not gonna
Yeah,
happen.
yeah, no worries. I'll say for the sake of expediency here, you're able to kind of remove his body from the hospital with the help of like some of the gurneys and stuff that are still left over.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
if we could do that, that'd be
And
cool.
you can take him, give him a proper burial, or take him to a crematorium, whatever you wish.
I'm taking all those med supplies from the kid.
What would
Perfect.
Derek
Oh,
have
you-
wanted? That's what we do. I feel like one night Aylo and Derek got really high, and he told her like what he would want. I mean, they both probably shared like,
Yeah,
when I die,
for
man,
sure.
this is what.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Andy, I'll say the kid willingly hands over the equipment since you saved his ass.
And
Yeah.
I send his Neopets account to his nephew.
All right. Give
I
his
also
nephew,
hand Aylo a flash drive, and I'm like, just here you go, and then kind of walk away.
All right.
You just have
Uh,
like a bunch of stuff on Derek.
They're just really sweet memories I extracted earlier. Here you go. There's a highlight reel. Enjoy it. Gosh, it's so sweet and sappy.
it's just a video of the waiter's forearm going crazy.
Also, I do get a GIF video of this kid winking.
The kid just kind of like,
And then I force him to tell his sister that he's alive and that he loves her.
you force him to do this.
Yes. If he doesn't do it willingly, I will force him to do it.
This kid is like shaking up. He's like, I'll do what you want. Can I just go home?
Then we take him home.
All right. Taking him home, you're all able to meet back up with Ember Scorch, who pays you out your money, throwing in an extra 500 each for the death of Derek, specifically kind of divvying out his share.
Hey, you were asking if you could get more.
Yeah.
And you're the one who
That's
killed
why
him.
it's sus.
I didn't expect it to pan out like this. I was just trying to hustle more money out of our friend, not hustle more money out of our friend.
As payments are handed out, the waiter with the jacked up forearm comes over with those double shots tequila, giving them around the table.
Yeah,
And Ember kind of,
we double fist and we do a toast and we all are
Ember,
like,
yeah,
to Derek.
to Derek.
Derek.
You all shoot down your tequila, the bass blasting, the smell of strawberry vape just piercing your nostrils once again. And that is where we'll go ahead and call tonight's game. So thank you all so much for joining us this evening. Again, thank you to everybody who donated to Planned Parenthood this evening. That Tiltify link is going to be valid for quite a while, so please continue to donate what you can, if you can. Help spread the word, help keep this going, not just today, but throughout the week, the month, the year, and just continue to donate to all the wonderful causes that are out there. So thank you all so much for being the wonderful members of this community. You are all truly what make this place so great and so fun to be a part of. So truly, thank you so much. With that, let's go ahead and go back around one more time. Introduce yourselves. Let's go ahead and start off with Liz this time, if we could.
Oh, little old me. Hi, I'm Liz.
Murderer.
The
It was an accident. That's called manslaughter, not murder, okay?
Reduced sentence.
Exactly. Exactly. But yeah, I'm Liz, also known as Lizifer. You can find me on Instagram mostly. I'll be posting costuming, progress, designs, whatnot, art, and just general D&D and nerd stuff. So shoot me a follow, and yeah, I'll see you on the interwebs.
Excellent, excellent. And I see we just got rated. Hello, thank you so much. We're just wrapping up, but thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate you. Let's go ahead and throw it over to Margret next, please.
Hey, this is super fun, so thank you all. I love me some good cyberpunk, so I've been missing it. Haven't played like Shadowrun in forever. But if you'd like to check out my stuff, I'm Margret Crone in all of the places. Super easy to find me. I do lots of things on the internet. If you like tabletop stuff, I do a lot of that. I also make games and video games for a living. I'm currently working on a project called Ashes of Creation, and you can find it at Ashes of Creation in all of the places. And I'm working on the next game in the Witches and Spellcraft saga, which is the advanced version. So if you're interested in that, you can find the first one over on DriveThru RPG. And that's me.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Let's throw it over to our resident corpse, Danny.
Poor Danny.
I'm horrified. Hi, yeah, I'm Danny. I'm Check for Chaps on all social media. You can find me here at the Initiative Order running games. Specifically on the 10th of June, we are back with No Turning Back, the continuation of our Alien saga, with lots more goings on with that and horror. Apart from that, you can catch me doing stuff with Modifius. I'm one of the project managers there in charge of Dune, Conan, and some other secret projects. But yeah, that's me. I'm not impressed.
I feel like Derek lives on. Like, there's a robot and I'm gonna like put his data pad into it, and then he's gonna like.
Oh,
Oh.
Derek was a robot this entire time. There's a whole warehouse full of Derek's.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like Derek
yeah.
from The Good Place. We just have like rebooted him.
I got lots of shame I need to return now after this conversation. Lots of shame and grief. Thank you. I would like to
All
take
right.
it back.
Yeah, let's throw over to Aislinn, please.
Hey y'all, I'm Aislinn or Dollar Store DM, with all the underscores between all of the things. You can find me mostly on Instagram, where I do a lot of budget crafting. I also just have an inability to pick one thing to make, so I do all the things because ADHD. And then on Twitch, I run a stream called The Art of Adventure, where I bring other creators from the tabletop role-playing game community, and we play one-shots of D&D, and then that group then passes it on to the next group, creating all the minis, what have you, terrain pieces for that next group of players. It's super fun, and we will be restarting after our hiatus in the end of June is the hope.
Awesome. And my name's Nate, your semi-friendly internet DMGM. You can find me mainly active on Instagram at dungeonmaster_discussions, where I post all kinds of nerdy shit. You can also find me here streaming with my buds at the Initiative Order. I'm the regular game master for Symbaroum, which runs every other Sunday at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here on the Initiative Order. And I also like to run free-to-play community games. So join our Discord. We will post a list of games every month that are totally free to play, a bunch of different systems. This month, I'm running a game of 5th edition D&D, as well as the Gaia Complex. So if you want to play the system yourself with me, check out our Discord. I think I still have a couple seats available, totally free to play, so check that out. Aside from that, I don't think we really have much else going on. Like Danny said, lots of projects in the work. So if you want to keep up on all of our ongoings here on the Initiative Order, please join our Discord. We're always looking for more players and GMs and just more phenomenal members of the community. Once again, everybody, thank you so much for donating tonight and helping support Planned Parenthood. Super important cause. And just thank you so much for being here. Until next time, everybody, stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you all in the next adventure. Good night.
Don't shoot your friends.
Don't shoot your
one
friends.
time.
No, it happened multiple times, but not by only you.
not only by me. Not, yeah. I'm sure the rats shot someone at some point.
Dude, the